Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness. It has been the most incredible weekend of my life. So amazing, so overwhelming in the best possible way. My heart is so flooded right now. I can't even tell you. I have been, in tears reading some of the comments. I've been so touched and so emotional by all of the support that you guys have shown me, and I just wanted to come live and express my gratitude for you guys and for all of the support that you've been showing, the comments, the engagement, the sharing on Instagram. It has been so incredible, and I'm so grateful that you are so excited for this product line, and that you see the vision, and that you see my inspiration behind it, and that you guys trust me, because you know that everything I do, I put so much of my heart, my time, my knowledge, everything, my love into every single thing that I do, not only with my videos on YouTube, but especially with this product line. And the fact that you guys see that has meant so much to me. I could literally get emotional talking about it. I'm so excited to be live here with you. Lori, my friend, I can't believe how fast these are shipping. You know what, you guys, we worked things out like it was a well-oiled machine. We've been working on this for 2 years, and I have an incredible team. You guys know Tony. He's been working behind the scenes. We also have a very unbelievable operations director named Sandeep, who's in the UK. Hopefully he's watching right now. He has made this possible for us. He has been incredible at managing the flow of the website and programming and getting everything, aligned to ship to you really quickly, and customer service, and being able to ship to Canada, being able to ship to the UK. I'm Canadian, but you would be surprised how hard it is to do international shipping, because our manufacturing facilities is in the US. So everyone behind the scenes, Lori, you guys already know my girl Lori. I bring her up on here a lot. She does so much for the channel, graphic design. She does, oh my gosh, I mean, there's so many. I could literally list 100 different things she does, including running the stream right now. Lori has made this happen. She created so many of the graphics on the website. She, oh my gosh, it's been the dream team. And so if you are having a good experience with this brand so far, with shopping, with shipping, with customer service, although I would love to take all the credit for it, it is so much because of my team. And it is also so much because of you guys and your trust in me and your belief in me and your excitement. So I really just wanted to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, because, the team and I here, we've been on the phone for the last 48 hours. Like, I kid you not, we're staying up till like 2 a.m, messaging each other, being like, did you see that email? Did you see that concern? Did you see that question? Did we answer that? Did we fix that problem? And we've been getting a lot of comments about how the customer service has been amazing. And as much as I want to take credit, like, listen, I want to take credit. It's not just me. So again, thank you guys. Thank you so much. So go team, go. All right, Rebecca, we're going to talk about colors. We're going to talk about all of it. Oh, Denise is here. Denise is a friend of mine. I was just on her podcast. Yay to all dream team. Yes. You can tell it's a well-oiled machine. Ordered. I can't wait to get these beauties in my hand, arriving in a couple of days. You might get it earlier than you think. I've had a lot of different people say, I can't believe how fast these came. I can't believe it. So we've really, we really perfected that operational flow of it before we went live, because there's been so many creator brands that have come out. And then because we're creators, we're creatives, but then operational flow is actually a very different part of the brain. It's very challenging. And we spent a lot of time working out the problems before we went live. So of course, not everything's going to be perfect, because we're new to this. This is a startup. This is a startup. Okay. This is not funded by anyone. This is not a part of a big brand that's using me as the face. This is me. This is Tony and I swatching, with our kids running around. We're packaging boxes, like PR boxes. We're packaging them in our office upstairs. We were watching I don't know if you guys are on Instagram, but we've been making a lot of the behind the scenes videos where we're calling customers to say thank you for the orders. Like, this really is a tiny startup that's run from home. Like, we don't even have an office. Okay. So, yeah, all of this is just so impactful to us, because it is us. It's us behind the brand. It's not a big corporation that is using us as the face of the brand. You know what I'm saying? So it just means so much to us, you guys. It really does. There's no investors. It's just it's our money. It's us. And so that's why it's been so touching and emotional. It's like so emotional. I can't even sleep. I'm having dreams about you guys. Like I called a bunch of you yesterday. No one picked up. If you see a random caller, please pick up. It's probably me. Just to say thank you. Oh, Jamie, you missed my call. I know, Jamie. Girl, I called you probably 30 times. And then at one point, we're like, this is getting weird. Like, we got to stop calling her because she's going to think that something is like, it was getting weird. So, we're going to call you again. Okay. We'll call you again. You're one of our first customers ever. We called, I think it was the first 20 customers that went on the website. We were so excited. We were like, oh my goodness. So we called you guys just to say thank you because it meant so much to us. Okay. Should we talk a little bit? Try one more time. I'm ready. Okay. You know what, Jamie? Maybe I'll get your email so we can like schedule a call. And then you'll know what I'm calling. So you're not like, who is this number? Tony and I would love to chat with you and just to say thank you and to give you any tips or advice that you might need on a more personal level, because going on there and trusting us as the first customer, like you have no idea how much that meant to us, because it's really scary, you guys, putting all your savings into something and just like praying for the best. And, it's a very vulnerable place to be. So when I saw those like orders come in, it was amazing. And not only that, it's not only amazing for me, obviously, because I don't want to go bankrupt, but it's also amazing because I know how beautiful these will make you feel. And I know the problems that we have with liners and with not feeling like things are working for us anymore. Like I understand that so much from both a client perspective, but also myself as I'm getting older now. I've really started to notice things changing and that frustration, and going to Sephora and being like, why the heck are all the models 17? They're 17 to 25. And you don't see any imagery of us. There's no imagery of us. And I really want to change that for us. I really want to be the voice of that change. So I'm just, so grateful you guys see the vision. You have no idea. It really is amazing. You are welcome, Raina. Thank you for coming and for being here. I know, Jan, I got to sleep. I know. I'm going to try. But you know what? That's why we have some great concealers. Not mine. I don't make them yet. But we got to work hard now, right? To change the world a little bit for the better. All right. So let's talk a little bit about, I love you guys. You guys are the best. I DM'd you. You're amazing. Oh, I'm going to check. Did you DM me on Instagram? I will check, because I've been getting so many DMs and I'm trying to comment on every single comment on that video to answer questions, because you guys have a lot of questions. I don't want to leave you hanging. So I've gotten a little bit behind in DMs, but I'm going to try. Might be at 4 a.m, but I'll be there. Okay. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. I will check for sure. All right. So first of all, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the vision or the formula differentiators from what's out on the market right now. So the reason I developed this liner is because, like I said in my videos, if you guys watch the video, I always ask my clients a grounding question whenever they sit in my chair. And that question is, what do you love the most about your face or your features? 9 times out of 10, that would be my eyes. They would say my eyes, always, like almost always. And so my goal was always to bring out the eyes, enhance the eyes. But obviously, as we age and change, our eyes change a lot as well, right? And I find also in this age demographic that we're in, even myself, like there's not a lot of time to finesse and finagle and this and that and shadows and smoking. So we want something fast. What's going to give us the fastest impact with our eyes? It's going to be a liner, because you can change the shape, you can elongate, you can stretch, you can smoke, you can widen, you can do so much with a liner. But I was finding there was a gap in the market, because a lot of the liners that I owned and was using are very dry and very waxy. So what was happening is I would apply them and they would start skipping through the fine line. So then I would take a brush and I would smudge it to try to get it into those little lines, and it would look really harsh. Okay. And so it was too sticky. It was too waxy. It was too harsh. It was too skippy. you had to really pull the eye, and you would do it like this, and you'd let go of your eye. And because there's like especially this side of my face, this side, I have like one hooded eye and one not hooded eye, especially now that I'm older. So I would notice that when I would stretch, it would be okay, but when I would release, it would really drop, and like the line would change and get weird. So I felt like I needed something where I did not have to pull my eye. I could place and smudge without pulling my eye, so that I could see exactly the placement of the liner. And so I wanted something really creamy that wouldn't skip, that I could smudge, that I could blend, that would look soft. So that's why we went down the Kajal rabbit hole. Okay. This formula is very different than what you will find. There are so many liners on the market. This liner, I'm telling you, when you try it, it's very different. And you're going to maybe have a little bit of a learning curve with it because you need so little. And the magic comes in the blend. The magic comes in the blend. And that's why I added an angled brush to it, because every single time I do a liner look, I always use an angled brush to soften the pigment. And I have never seen a liner with an angled brush. There are liners with onion tip applicators. And those can be great for really smudging out and smoking. But two things can happen with them. Sometimes they pick up too much pigment, so you kind of end up with not enough. Or sometimes they will smoke out too much and you can't get any type of wing or lift. And I know a lot of my clients in this age demographic, they want lift. They want me to wing. They want to stretch and pull the eye up. And you can't really do that with an onion tip applicator. Now, we went back and forth with this applicator for a while because it was a very expensive add-on. This was not an inexpensive thing to add to the liner, but I knew that adding a really high quality brush, making this a 2-in-1 product where you have an actual brush that's as good of quality as a brush that you would buy individually, and also having this, you're set. You're going on holidays, you don't have to bring it. You're going to throw this in your bag and do a touch-up in the car on your way to work. You don't have to bring this. This is here already, and it's protected by its cap. So that was extremely important. Yeah, everyone's saying that they like the brush, and we've gotten a lot of comments about the brush. Even people who have gotten their orders already are talking about the brush. So I'm so happy about that. So let's talk a little bit about the colors. Okay. So the first color I want to talk about is black. Okay. The black is a matte black, and you would think a black is a black, but this is actually quite different than, well, it's not quite different. I shouldn't over exaggerate it. I mean, it is black, right? It's not like it's black. It's a matte black, but you would be surprised as to like the 5 billion shades of black that are available. I picked a black that is a little bit less intense than some of the other liners on the market. So you can get a really shiny, like super, like the blackest black of blacks. This isn't it. This is like a muted black. So it's still super dark. It's going to give you tons of definition. It's going to be very rich, but it's not going to give you that shiny harshness that some other black liners do. So that is the first one. We can even pull it up on Sarah. So this is the beautiful Sarah D. We call her Sarah D here in my world. And we used it on her and we smoked it out a little bit. We kept it quite intense in this look, but you can definitely soften it out a lot more than this. But you can see that it doesn't have like that shiny quality to it, like some of the other black liners do on the market. So we really love this. This shade is phenomenal for tight lining, and so is the formula because it is butter. It is a buttery deliciousness. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to do, that's why I don't have any eye makeup on. We're going to do live demonstrations. We have models coming in that you're going to meet, and we're all going to talk. It's going to be like a full-blown live party. So you'll see more of this. Where can I buy? So the website is www.maturebeauty.shop. So we can pop up a banner in case you guys want to shop. It's not .com. Maturebeauty.com was taken. We tried very hard to get it. We couldn't get it. I refused to change the name because you guys are my mature beauties. We are mature beauties. And it was really important to me that we had that name. So it is .shop, okay? Just so that you don't get confused because it is not .com. Okay, the next color that I want to talk about is the dark brown. And this is a really cool color because when you think dark brown, you think like chocolate, right? This is the darkest brown I have ever seen on the market. It's a neutral brown, so it doesn't pull that warmth. It doesn't pull that kind of orange-based brown vibe. It's neutral. It is so dark that sometimes on certain people, it can almost look like a soft black. And that's why I chose it. I really wanted like a soft alternative to black. And this is it. I call this black's fraternal twin. It's similar, but different enough. You know, fraternal twins, they have the same vibe, but they're definitely different enough. So that is what dark brown is. If you love a black liner, but you're finding it a bit harsh and you want to like tone it down, but you still want the pigment, get dark brown. It's fantastic. And you can see here on our beautiful Carrie. Carrie is an Indigenous Canadian. Is she not the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your life? She's in her late 40s. That's all her natural skin. We hardly put foundation on her during the photo shoot because she is just so freaking stunning. So you can see on her here, it almost looks like a soft black, right? But it's not. It's a neutral brown. And it's a really interesting color because even though it is in the brown family, it defines like a nice, it still gives you a nice strong definition, but you can definitely smoke it and soften it out too because it's Kajal, super, super soft. Okay, the next color that I want to talk about is a color that I actually added in at the last minute. We weren't even supposed to add this color in, and I delayed the team by like 8 to 10 months because I was like, we can't launch without this color. And I'm like, this color is missing in the lineup. We need to add it. Everyone's like, are you kidding? Like everything's done. We were supposed to launch in September. Okay. And we ended up launching in May. And it's because I added this color in the last freaking minute, you guys. I can't. We don't do things halfway. You know me. And that's chocolate brown. So let's pull this up. I shouldn't pick favorites amongst my children. I shouldn't pick favorites. Okay. They're all great in their own ways, but this is like that child you have that you have like a special connection with. That's dark brown for me. I love this color. This color does pull warm. Okay. This is a warm chocolate brown. So if you imagine chocolate bars, dark brown is dark chocolate, 100%, like that 99% cocoa or whatever. That's dark brown. Chocolate brown is milk chocolate through and through. So imagine like a chocolate milk, that's chocolate brown. It is so beautiful. It looks incredible on blue eyes. It looks incredible on warm brown eyes like mine. I have really warm brown eyes. This also looks freaking gorgeous when you smoke it out. And I'm going to be doing that live demonstration. Sometimes I use this as a smoky eye with nothing else, no shadows at all. Takes me 2 minutes. You guys will see, we'll do it live. It's a gorgeous color. Yeah, my sister's on here, Carolina, my fave color. It is a great, great color. It really, really is. Okay, now we have our decorative tones. We're asking a question here. Can you use these pencils as lip liners? I definitely don't see why not. I think you can definitely use them as lip liners. I don't think the shade selection in this round will be good for that though. Dark brown will be too dark. Black, of course, won't work. Champagne and steel gray have shimmer particles, which won't really work. Chocolate brown might work, but I still wouldn't reach for it as a lip liner, just to be like 100% honest, but we are working on lip liners. They're probably going to take at least a year, but we are working on them. I just need to get like the formula right for the little fine lines and the shades right. So we're still working away at that. Okay, champagne bronze. Champagne bronze right now is our best seller. I am actually shocked. I really, really thought black would be our best seller, so much so that we actually ordered double stock of black. And it's champagne bronze. And so if you want champagne bronze, I definitely advise you to buy it sooner than later because I'm 99% sure it'll be the first color to sell out. Everyone is loving this shade. This shade is completely unique. I've never, ever seen anyone with a shade like this on the market. What makes it really interesting, it's a neutral gold. So when you think gold, you think orange base, right? Like my earrings, for example, it pulls orange. This does not pull orange at all. This is quite neutral. So it shade shifts. It's almost like a chameleon color. That's what I call it. When I wear it on myself with warm, medium tone skin, it looks olive. So if you guys go on the website and you see me modeling it, it almost pulls like a lighter toned olivey golden tone. Like it's a little bit green. But then on someone like Audrey, who is, oh, I love this picture so much of her. Audrey, you're going to meet Audrey later, and she's freaking fabulous. And I just can't wait for you to meet her. On her, it literally pulls gold, but not orange and not yellow. It's such an amazing color. It's very unique. And this one has shimmer particles in it. So it kind of reflects light. It's really, really fun. So we're going to play around with this too. You guys are going to find this to be a really interesting color just because it's such a good shade shifting color. And I really, really like it on fair to like light medium skin. I really, really like it on that shade range. I wear it often too, even as a medium skin person, but I find blue eyes, light skin, it's like amazing, very different. Now, the last color that is kind of true to my heart is this one. This one is Steel Gray. Steel Gray is a cool toned gray. And the reason I wanted to develop this at first is because whenever I was working with clients with that beautiful salt and pepper hair, I would always reach for a gray liner instead of a black or a brown. I found black, of course, is much deeper, so a lot of people didn't feel comfortable with it. And brown tends to pull warm, and gray hair is cool. So there was this disconnect between the eyes being too warm and the hair being too cool. Like it did not have harmony. It wasn't a harmonious balance. So I found whenever I'd reach for gray with that type of coloring of client, they loved it. They were ecstatic every time I would turn the mirror to them. They're like, oh, my eyes look amazing. And the reason their eyes looked amazing is because it looked balanced with their hair. So I knew from Mature Beauty line, we needed a gray. It was essential. So we started with this one that also has like a light reflective shimmery quality to it. It's not sparkly, but it catches the light. It reflects the light so that it takes away its harshness. Whenever we add a little bit of light reflection, we take away harshness, right? So you can see it here. We'll pull up this picture of one of the models wearing it. Yeah, Corinne. So you can see how stunning it looks on her. The crazy thing about this color that I found really unique was that it looks incredible on someone who's light skinned with gray hair and blue eyes, for example, or dark eyes or anything, but it also looks phenomenal on women of color. And I don't know why I didn't expect that to be the case. I really just didn't expect that because oftentimes when something looks really good on someone who's fair, it can be it doesn't have enough pigment saturation to look good on someone with deep skin, right? This looks amazing on everyone. I don't even like cool tones. I'm going to be honest. I never wear cool tones ever. In my clothes, in my makeup, my lips, I'm always warm or neutral at the coolest. I wear this all the time, and every single time I wear it, I get a compliment. I got a compliment at the Starbucks drive-thru yesterday. And all I did was I winged it out. I smoked it, 2-second application. I wore mascara, no lashes or anything. I rolled up to the Starbucks drive-thru and the woman is like, oh my gosh, your makeup is phenomenal. I like love your eyes. I'm like, what? I'm like, it's the freaking gray liner. Like it's a very unique color. And I think you guys could just have so much fun with it. Yeah, Nikki, I'm so glad that you got two Steel Gray. You know, I'll be using it all the time. I really think you will. And you can smoke it out and do a smoky eye like we did on Corinne, or you could just do a winged liner. You can do it very discreet. You can do it very bold. There's so many different ways. Congratulations, Gabby. Looking forward to trying the chocolate brown and the Steel Gray for my 77-year-old green eyes. Oh, Maxwell, I'm so happy for you. You're going to love them. I'm super excited for you. And you know, if you have green eyes, you know what you need to try? Plum, because plum and green look amazing. And that's in our second color roundup. We're working through some other collections. We just had to make sure that you guys were feeling the vision. We've been getting a lot of color requests. And I'm writing down, like our team is writing down on a master sheet every color request we're getting. We're definitely going to build this with you. This is a very community built brand, okay? So you guys are going to build it with me. Okay, so every time you request something, it's going into a Google Doc that we share. So I'm excited for that because it's really fun to be able to build this with you. And so Plum is going to be coming out as soon as we can. And I think that it would look really good on Green Eyes. But I mean, this is going to look great too. All right. Now we have a model coming in. I want to talk to you guys about the collections. Maybe we'll do it really quick. Let's flash talk about the collections. And then I'm going to introduce someone very, very special to me. So let me just run through this for you because I feel like there's a little bit of confusion. Okay. So the complete collection. With the complete collection, you are going to get all 5 shades and you're going to get our branded sharpener. We got this sharpener made in Germany. It is the best sharpener in the world. Like there is no better manufacturers of sharpener than this manufacturing facility in Germany. And the reason it was really important we got a super high-end sharpener is because Kajal formulas are very soft. So they need to be sharpened pretty regularly. And if you don't have a cosmetic sharpener, you're never going to get it to look sharp. And it's going to be very frustrating and you're not going to like it. Okay, so it's really important that you get a sharpener, and we marked this down way down. Like it is super inexpensive compared to other sharpeners that you can buy at Sephora because we wanted you guys to be able to get it and to afford it and to get the best out of your liners. So with the complete collection, you are getting your sharpener for free. It's included. With that, you're also getting 20% off of everything. The whole bundle is 20% off and you get free shipping. Okay. Now, I knew that some of you wouldn't want more experimentative shades like champagne and steel. So we decided to do a collection for you guys called the Neutral Necessities collection. And that is black, dark brown, and chocolate brown. Now, these arms, I just have to tell you something. I know we're doing this quick. Lori's in the back losing her mind right now. She's like, you are 1 minute over time. Lori, are you freaking out? Are you freaking out back there? I know she is. So these are real arms. If you look on the websites of other brands, not bashing other brands are freaking amazing. Okay, they are amazing, but they're AI. Like straight up, they're AI. If you look, all the hands are like the same. they're AI. We try to create swatches with AI. Why? Because it's faster and it's cheaper. And after we had created our AI swatches, I started realizing that they weren't accurate because the way that chocolate brown looks on me looks very different than the way that chocolate brown looks on Corinne, who's deeper skin toned, and very different than the way chocolate brown looks on Audrey, who's fair. So the middle arm is my arm. the light arm is Lori's arm, who does all of our thumbnails and graphic design. And the deep arm is Corinne's arm, who you're going to meet later in this live stream. These are real arms. Like we really actually swatched them and took photos in our studio. And we did some behind the scenes on Instagram to show you guys that. So when you see the colors, it's true. Like that is how it's actually going to look on you. And I think that's going to help a lot with the customer experience because you're not like, wait, I thought that was going to look more gold on me. Why does it look so olive? Do you know what I'm saying? Like this is really how it's going to look because these are real arms. They're not like fake AI arms. So anyway, you're going to get all 3. These are neutral. All of these tones are matte. When you buy 3, the discount goes to 15% off. So you get 15% off the entire bundle and you also get free shipping. Okay, so that's really important. You do not get a sharpener. So you can add a sharpener into this. I believe the sharpener is 50% off when you get any bundle. Yes, I'm like 90% sure. So if you want to add it on, there's a really easy like add-on button in your cart. Now, the last one I want to talk about is the bestseller right now, which is very shocking. You guys, I did not know. So funny the things you learn. So you also get the sun-kissed eyes. People are all over this. They love it so much. And I understand they're really beautiful colors. And with summer coming up, like, oh my gosh, this is a great summery color. So you get your chocolate brown, your matte shade, and you get your champagne bronze. One thing I want to tell you about this is that you can wear them independently for sure, like no problem, wear them on their own, but you can layer these because they are Kajal and they're cream. They can layer without flaking or, coming off like in here, like flaking off. Sometimes that can happen with the waxier kohl formulas, like the drier formulas, they get a little bit like they can flake, especially after they've dried down. If you go on top of them, they will flake. And that was what was happening when I was at the first manufacturing facility. When I started developing these, I ended up switching manufacturing facilities twice because I was like, why can no one do this? Like, is this not a possible thing? Anyway, we got there, but I do want to say that you can layer. So the way that I layer is I add chocolate brown to the lash line, smudge, 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 create that diffuse, smoky, sexy look. And then I add champagne bronze on top as a topper. Have you guys ever used toppers? Toppers are really cool. You can get shadow toppers that go on top of shadows that you add on. It adds like dimension and illumination to the shadow. So I thought it'd be cool to do like a eyeliner topper. So you can totally top these off. Another topping combination is black and steel gray. You add black as your base, you smudge and smoke it out. You add steel gray as your topper. Okay, so that is a fun idea. If you did get the complete collection, I would definitely play around with that. With the bundle of 2 Sunkissed Eyes, you are going to get 10% off, and you're also getting free shipping, but you are not getting a liner. So if you want a liner, just add it to the cart. If you have a cosmetic liner, you're fine. You're good to go. Okay, now are you guys ready for some live demonstrations or what? Are you guys ready? Because I'm so excited to show you. So I want to introduce you to someone who's very, very special to me, and we're going to bring her in right now. Come on in, Sarah. Oh my goodness.
So excited to be here.
It's so exciting.
Gabby, you're doing amazing. Like these products, and I just see everyone commenting and they just can't wait to get their product. I mean, I can't wait to use it. This is the first time for me to use it too. I mean, I've had it on myself.
I know.
But personally, I haven't actually used it yet. So
I know.
I'm really excited.
And that's how much I believe in this, you guys. Sarah has never used this, and we're doing live demonstrations. So she's going to be experiencing it for the first time, just like you guys are going to be experiencing it for the first time when you buy it. Now, before we start, I just have to tell you guys something really crazy. As you probably recognize this beautiful angel of a woman, she was one of our campaign models for the very first launch. But the reason that she is so important in this campaign is because Sarah was my first ever makeup artistry teacher.
How many years ago? I don't even know. I'm like, it had to be. It had to be over 20 years ago. You were just a young, sweet girl coming in, but you already had like such style and grace. She already knew how to do a lot of great makeup already. But I'll tell you, the things that she even taught me already over the years. And as we age, I mean, it's just so great. I see you doing such a great job here. And again, your community that you have built. I love that you all love Gabby just as much as we do.
Yeah, it was really crazy. And you're going to meet someone else who's really important in my life. And everyone in the campaign is someone that was actually important in my life. And I wanted the women in the campaign to be real women, you know. I wanted them to be people that have lived life, that have gone through things, that have, you know, that are going to experience, like you guys, you have experience in your life. You're buying these products. You want to feel great. And then sometimes there's this disconnect I find at Sephora where you see these faces and it's like, I don't look like that. So that's why it was really important to me that the campaign models, they're freaking gorgeous. Like, let's be real. Like they're beautiful. But they're women that are like you guys, you know, and they are so important to me. And that's what made it very emotional. I cried at the photo shoot.
You did. You did.
Yeah, it's crazy. So my first ever makeup teacher is going to teach you guys, and she's also going to do the demonstrations on the other models. Yes. So for this segment, we are going to do a look I'm going to do a look on myself. She's going to do a look on herself. And I want you guys to ask questions. Okay. I want you guys to ask us what we're doing. If you have anything, we're going to pop it up. Denise, you're so sweet. Thank you so much.
I think one of the great things that we shared earlier, Gabby, was the fact that we are actually 10 years apart.
Yes.
So when you look at, again, even though I was your teacher at that time, I look at it and I think, gosh, 10 years apart, like, how can that be? Yeah. Even though I look at your time of life, you got younger kids, I have older adult children now and 2 grandbabies. I look at myself and I'm like, you know what? We all have skin and we've got to learn how to work with our skin and our eyes. And as everything ages, we need a product that actually is going to work. And I love how you shared how this makeup can go on just very simply and you don't really have to think about it. Yeah. You know what? You just put it on and you work with it. So I'm excited to work with it just now because I've never used it before.
Yeah. And hopefully it goes well. Can you imagine if it didn't?
I'm sure. Honestly, I've seen you work with it and I trust this girl so much with all the products. Anyways, and I just want to comment too on as a makeup artist and as a customer. Honestly, I'm a customer before I was a makeup artist. Let's just go there. Yeah. We're all customers of somewhere. And when I look at the packaging, I am a sucker for beautiful packaging.
Me too.
And right away, I saw this packaging and I'm like, oh yeah, That's beautiful. And that brush is beautiful. That is going to be so easy to work with. And I'm just, I'm excited. So let's dive
Thanks,
in.
Sarah. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
So you guys are so sweet. Oh, Donna, ordering now. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Donna. I might call you. If you get a random call, it might be me saying thank you. Okay, so I want to show you guys one thing that I do that's different from anything you've seen on the website, because I made those short videos for the website. I actually like to wear this as a smoky eye pretty often. And like I told you, my favorite child, chocolate brown, is here. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So what I like to do when wearing it with a smoky eye, I have nothing on my lids right now. See, just a little bit of concealer because I do have a little bit of redness, and a tiny little bit of bronzer that I smoked into the crease. Do you see how there's a little bit of gradients there? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to place my liner. When I pop it in, it is super creamy. See that? So I'm placing it in really rough, almost like a cream shadow on the outside of the eye. Okay. And then I'm going to take this brush. You can do this with your angled brush, but angled doesn't have enough diffusion. So I'm actually going to take Nikki's brush. You guys know Nikki and you love her so much, and so do I. The N16. Okay. This is like that kind of diffusory brush that can be used for concealer, but is also amazing for cream shadow. When the product is still wet, I'm going to lay it flat and I'm going to smoke right in. So what I'm doing is I'm basically using this product as a cream shadow. I recently did a reel where I talked about things that I learned after 40. And I did this. I was talking about this like life lesson. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like very deep. And while I was talking about it, I was doing this to my eyes and I got dozens of comments being like, what are you using on your eyes?
They're like, is something on that brush? How did you just like create that shadow?
Yeah.
Right?
And
Yes,
then meanwhile, I'm like giving like very deep life advice. I'm like, listen to what I'm saying. But you can see that I just smoked, and look, now I have a 5-second smoky eye. Whatever's on the brush, I'm going to take under the eye because we don't want that harshness underneath. And I'm diffusing, and that's it. You've got a brown smoky eye, and we can intensify and define this more if we want to, but we don't have to. If you apply mascara to this, it's the perfect daytime smoke. But you can like do more to it too if you want. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start with the black, just because I think a black is always a favorite. It's a classic. I think Gabby and I were sharing earlier, just one another. I think a lot of women, you know what, we wore black back in the day and we're afraid to keep bringing it back in. I have never really actually gone away from black because I always also too like to smudge my liner. So working on my eyes, of course, I've got blue eyes. So again, just working with the black, and I love it, Gabby, because even just seeing you apply it right now, it just went on so smoothly. So probably the lighter the hand, the lighter the pressure is better. That's one thing I also just really liked with a lot of products that I've used over the years. I think a lot of the time I waste a lot of product because you're really trying to like smear it on your eyes. You're trying to get that look and you're overusing it. And then you go and sharpen it again because you want to get that perfect look, and it never goes on smoothly. So I'm excited to go ahead and give this a try. So here we go. Working with my eyes. And I talked to Gabby too. The last thing I want to do is do a lot of pulling and pushing and moving with my eyes, especially when you've already done kind of your contour. You talked about how, you know, you just put a little concealer on your lids. I actually never put really anything on my eyelids. I've got a little sunspot right here. So I do a little more concealing on that sunspot. But again, everything else in my eyes, I like to just kind of put it on and go.
Yes. And that's actually a really good point that you bring up, because sometimes back in the day, I used to do this really heavy concealer layer all over my lid into my brow bone. And that's the way that makeup artist always preps the eyes. Over time, what I found is that now that I have a little bit of looseness here, it started looking very heavy and getting very creasy. So then I'd have to use a lot of powder. When you use a lot of powder, you start looking very crepey.
I agree.
Right? So you got to tone down the, so that's why I apply the tiniest amount, like whatever is left over on my brush after I do my under eye concealer, I sweep across the lid, add a little veil of powder so it doesn't crease. And that's good because we're putting eyeshadow on top. We don't need to layer like so heavily underneath.
And Gabby, can we just talk about this brush that's in the pencil? And you're absolutely right, because that has always been my favorite brush to use, is my angular brush. Whenever I was doing eye makeup on myself or my clients, I loved always just taking a shadow and creating a very soft lash line color. And so right now, just actually being able to take a little bit of that eyeliner and just moving it right along my under lash line. Again, not a lot of pressure. The product's already there. That's the other thing I love about it. The product is literally already on my brush. So I'm just going to use that, even though I use some of the black, because I'm going to incorporate a little bit of the chocolate brown here later on, but just moving that color and then going ahead and taking more of a pencil brush and smudging the top line.
Something that Sarah taught me way back in the day that I will never, ever forget is using a shadow as a liner, because it's super, super soft and flattering. So she would dip an angled brush, and you can even do that with this angled brush, into a shadow and press it into the lash line. Now, one thing that will give you that same effect, but more longevity, is applying. So say you want it super soft, okay? Apply your liner to the back of your hand first. Pick it up with your angled brush, okay? And then you can buff it into the lash line that way. Now, the difference between doing it like this and using a shadow is that a shadow is not going to last a super long time.
That's right.
It's going to go on. It's going to look freaking beautiful, but it doesn't have the longevity because it's powder. Things that are creamier have more longevity, okay? So you can do it like this, and then Kajal, okay, I'm going to be honest about something. Kajal is not super long wearing, bulletproof. You can go swimming. It's going to be there. It's not. That's not the liner. If you want that, you will be disappointed when you buy this. And I think it's really important to lay that out on the table. So what you can do for extra longevity, say it is your wedding day, say you're the mother of the bride, say, you know, it's a big important day where you want this to last all day, but you like that softness. Apply it, okay? Apply it nice. Look at this. See how I can layer it and it's not getting weird. It's not getting flaky. So you can apply this. You can use it as a liner, whatever you want, right? With the brush, apply it on your hand, apply it that way. Do whatever the heck you want. If you want it to last longer, you can set it. Just like everything else, you set concealer, it lasts longer. You set foundation, it lasts longer. So you just take your angled brush, you dip it into a matching-ish eyeshadow color. It doesn't have to be like crazy. Don't get in your head about it. Get a brown, dip it in, stamp, stamp, stamp. You just made that pretty like transfer proof and much longer wearing. So that's a little trick that I really wanted you guys to know, because if you feel like your makeup just doesn't last, you can set it with powder and it's going to last longer, but you're going to get softness. Whereas if you go into the really waterproof liners, it's going to look harsher. It just is, because it has to be sticky for it to last a really long time.
So how many of you also like to use your eyeliner on the waterline? So I said to Gabby, how do you feel about me using even the chocolate brown? Because I mean, there's really dark. This is the dark. This is the darkest. You're using the lighter brown, right?
Yes.
So this is the dark brown. I'm using the dark brown on the waterline. Okay. And actually, I really liked that look, because even when we did the shoot that day, I looked at the photos later on. I'm like, why are my eyes standing out so much?
Yes.
I haven't used an eyeliner on my waterline for years.
Yeah.
Because I always felt like it aged my eye. And actually, when she did it on the day of the shoot, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I went home and I'm like, why are my eyes popping right now? Because I haven't worn, I mean, again, not everyone loves that. And again, I got the nice, like a different shape eye that I can actually just go ahead and create that style. Not everyone can, depending on your look that you're looking for. Really? Right?
Totally. Yeah. It's completely up to you. So Rebecca's asking a very important question. If I don't set it, will it transfer onto my hooded eyes? Okay. This is the thing. I don't know. And the reason I don't know is because it all depends on the level of oil production that you have. If you have very oily crease and you don't like using powder to set it, it probably will. And why is that? It's because oil breaks down makeup, and this is creamy and emollient. So even though it dries down, and actually the manufacturing facility does say it's waterproof, which it isn't. When I read that in the spec sheet, I'm like, that's absolutely not true. But it says that because it does dry down to the point where actually when you try, like when I swatch it, I try to remove it from my hand. It's actually really hard to remove. So it does dry down and grip and set. But it is still like a creamy product.
Mhm.
So if you have very hooded eyes and oil production and you tend to get a lot of transfer, it might transfer. It
Mhm.
might. And I just really want to be honest about that, because I don't want you guys to think that it's a super waterproof. It's not. It's just not. That's not the purpose behind it. My goal for this was softness, ease of use, smokiness, and all this variability that you can get. You can wear a smoky eye, you can wear a winged liner, you can wear a waterline liner. It will glide in the waterline, it will glide in the lash line. And with that type of formula, we kind of have to sacrifice a little bit of that like waterproof wear.
Mhm.
And that's just the truth. So if waterproof wear is your like main goal, I don't think these are for you. Okay. So I just really want you guys to know that.
Mhm. I think waterproof too, it's always so harsh on the eyes. I mean, you're doing a
Yes.
lot of rubbing to get it off afterwards and so on. A lot of eye makeup
Yes.
movers have a hard time getting off. I mean, the less we do in our eye area and the rubbing and everything, it's just so much easier on our
Yes.
skin. I think we just need to teach ourselves not to kind of do that so much, right?
I agree. Actually, that's why I've switched to tubing mascara,
Oh,
because my under eyes are aging so much now.
Mhm.
It's my number one kind of area that's showing like significant aging. And I
Mhm.
think you guys always see me in such great light, but like in
Mhm.
real life, for real, like I have a lot of lines under my, probably more than an average 40-year-old. Like look when I smile, it's very liney.
It's beautiful.
It's because I'm very happy.
You are very happy. We laugh a lot. We laugh and we talk a lot. But I mean, really, it's part of life. I think we need to recognize,
Yes.
What's going to look really good on our eyes, and with the less movement we can do, the less powder we can do.
The
I
less
always
rubbing.
like to, Gabby. I mean, you made a good point. I like to put a little powder just underneath when I'm done.
Yes.
Sometimes you get a little points underneath, a little oil. The other thing I recommend is, a lot of us are actually using a lot of more eye creams and so on in our skincare. I think that
Yes.
also produces a lot more extra oils. So you
Yes.
maybe look at it and you think, oh, my skin seems a little crepey under the eye area. We start using eye creams, and then all of a sudden we're going to do our eye makeup now, and we're finding that it's smearing
100%. That is one of the biggest issues.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, I love this look because, Gabby, look at, even though I put a little bit on the waterline, it doesn't look super heavy. It doesn't look,
yes.
And this is the black on top and the dark brown underneath the lashes.
Oh my God, that looks so beautiful.
And I think it really just pops my blue eyes.
Yes.
Again, working with eyeliners again, I think we try to steer away from it. How many clients have you had? I know I've had. How many clients are like, you know what? I stopped wearing eye makeup altogether.
Yes.
I find every time I look at pictures, it ages my eyes. I don't like the looks of it. I mean, what can I do?
Yes.
Well, I love that these products, I think I'm just so proud of you, Gabby, for introducing a cosmetic like this that is going to bring it back for mature beauty. I mean, this is what we're looking for. This is a product that is going to be simplified. And look at, you never put any eyeshadow on, did you?
Nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just used it as its shadow on its own.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah.
Wow. Like that was like, talk about the 5-minute face right there.
And that's what I mean. Like you guys, like what Sarah was saying, it's like, I've stopped using eye makeup because, and it's like, oh, I feel so old and I feel like dragged down. It's like, you just need to like accentuate your eyes. Cause you say, what's your most favorite feature? My blue eyes, my green eyes, my brown eyes. But I don't wear it anymore because it just makes it, and it's like, you gotta bring it forward and then detract from the things that are making you like not feel great. Like I have pretty large pores here and I have quite oily skin. So I use a finishing powder here to really blur and smooth that out. And then I bring forward all the things that I do like. I had a comment here that said, thank you for your honesty. These sound a lot like Victoria Beckham liners. They are very much like Victoria Beckham liners. Victoria Beckham, thanks Rebecca for your comment. That formula was a huge inspiration for me. I think that formula is freaking beautiful, just totally honest. And when I kind of discovered that formula, I wanted to tweak and change quite a few things about it, but I still loved it. So if you're a Victoria Beckham liner lover, you'll love this. If you absolutely hate Victoria Beckham liners, you won't like this.
Honesty is good, you know? And Gabby, I love your introduction video because you talked a little bit about how many times we go into a store and we're like, is this the right one for me? I'm not sure. I mean, again, when you look at a product, you're like, will this work with my eyes? I love that
Yes.
you're doing a live right now. This is where it's at, people. You're seeing us put it on right here, right now.
Yes.
Again, this is my first time using the product. I just love the theory that you just put this brush on here because
Yes.
everything just works so smoothly. I didn't really have to use anything. I guess when you're blending it, you're smudging it, you create a little bit more of a smoky. You're going to use some of your other brushes,
Yes.
but how packable. I travel a lot. And when I don't have to pack so many tools, and this is kind of a one thing that I can pack, honestly, I can't just go with one color. I always need 2 or 3 because I'm a person who also likes fashion.
Yes.
So with my outfits and stuff, also the other eyeliner that I loved that I think has been like underrated is the steel gray.
Yes.
The steel gray is also very beautiful for blue eyes. I know you talked
Yes.
about that, and we're going to show a little later on with our next model that the bronze is beautiful, but that steel gray, it's going to be beautiful. You're going to see that on our last model.
Yes.
And you're going to see how wonderful it pops her dark brown eyes as well.
Yeah, that's steel gray. So fun. The name of the eyeliner is the Velvet Liners.
Velvet
Yeah.
liners.
Oh, everyone, I
It's
ordered
very
dark brown
velvety.
and gray. It's very velvety.
velvety.
And I want to show you guys one other thing that I think you're going to really like. So I did it off camera. So I applied this just like a little smoky eye, right? Really daytime appropriate, bronzy smoky eye. Now, if you go, you don't have to go. There's a difference between tight lining and water lining. Water lining is when you go in the water line and you like heavily apply it in this wet zone. Okay. That's going to give you a really dense lash line look. It's quite dramatic. It can be irritating for some people. If you don't like water lining, you can tight line. And the way you tight line is you just smudge it in between the lashes. So you're not really going in the water line, you're going in between the lashes. And there's a video coming out on Sunday where I show that, and it's like super macro tight. And you can see how my lash line like instantly looks really thick. You don't see liner, you see thick lashes.
Right.
I made this formula to do that because I got that question constantly. What's the best liner for water, like tight lining? What's the best line? I'm like, I don't know. They like, none of them really glide on, or they like are super scratchy and irritating. Right.
Yeah.
So I created this to go in the lash line really well.
I said, I almost like it's like a cream liner, right? So, I mean, I know what you're saying about the tight lining, like that just goes on so seamlessly. Again, notice how she's not even like pulling on your lashes. You're just like, just going a little bit above just to bring that up.
Yes.
And it just glides. It's gliding on, which is a beautiful texture.
Totally.
Yeah.
It just glides on like butter.
That's right. And underneath.
Sarah, I'm surprised at how much the liner made your already beautiful eyes pop. So get in there because you've got to see.
And I hardly did anything. I just felt like, because I felt like, should I add more? Less is more. And I really, when you look at it, right?
Yes. They look so gorgeous.
I do. I'm really, really happy with it. Gabby, I mean, that was just happened right here.
I know. And it was just like 2 colors, no eyeshadows, no like,
no.
fussing.
And as I said, I think the other thing that I would do too is do a little bit of that tight lining and even bring maybe that dark brown in on the upper. But I like just what I did, even just here in the lighting here on camera. I think it's really perfect.
Totally.
Yeah. Simple, easy. 1, 2, 3. Done.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Smoky. 1, 2, 3. Done. And I'll show you guys mine. I'll get right in there for you guys.
I think that's what we're looking for. As professionals, we always look at great products. But I think, again, the average consumer, we're looking for products that can be very simple. I can just put it, whether you're going, coming from the gym, just doing your own makeup. You want something very seamless, very easy to use.
Yeah, there isn't that like learning curve, which is frustrating. The only learning curve I'm going to anticipate you guys having is because you're not used to this. I think you're going to use too much. Don't you think?
And she warned me of that. She said, Sarah, I know that you're just going to wing it, but here's the thing. Don't put too much on because you're really going to see that it's going to be too much. So I took your advice and you can see how very little I used to get that really nice smudge look and actually a perfect liner, I must say.
Yeah. Sarah's a natural on camera.
Oh, please
stunning. She is stunning. That's the legend himself.
I just saw who that's from.
That's
from
my
Tony.
husband.
Thanks, Tony.
You guys, Tony's going to be on soon. Tony's going to be on.
I'm excited. I love that. I love that you're two doing this together and as a family. I love seeing the interaction, the excitement. Of course, I just want to congratulate you again, Gabby, because we're just so, honestly, from hometown, we're just so incredibly happy for you and so excited for you. It's actually a real dream come true for you.
I know all these years, right? I was telling Sarah when I first started at the modeling agency where she was teaching the makeup course and I enrolled in that course. I was like this girl with a dream and I was so extra. Like everything I did was like times 1,000. Like I remember, I think at one point you said, you're like, dial it down a little. Like it was like, I wanted to use glitter and I wanted to use feathers and I wanted to use the bald cap. Remember that?
Yes.
I did a whole bald cap photo shoot where I made every model bald and covered them in rhinestones.
I was like, wow, you're really like, creative for our class right now. Like this is makeup artistry 101 and you're like really out there. But you know what? You were young and you're still young and you're so creative. And I think that's really what's done this for you. But I love all the things that you've done for women my age. I love seeing you work and interact with the women and see how real it has been. Seeing you throughout your journey on your YouTube channel. I see the comments that you're all writing to her and it's just amazing because you know what? We're all in this together. We're all aging no matter what. We're all looking at and saying, what can enhance this? Because when I looked at my eyes 20 years ago, I saw this sparkle and now all of a sudden that's gone. So I stopped wearing makeup. I stopped doing all these things. And now we want to bring that back, but even more some. And I feel, and I'm just going to say this, I feel as I'm aging, I feel that I am getting more beautiful.
Yes.
But it's also the journey and the stories that we have to tell. Oh my gosh, I'm getting goosebumps.
I literally have goosebumps. I'm not kidding. Like for real, actually. It's true. And I feel that way too. Like in my 30s, in my 20s, I just like hated myself. Like I was like starved myself. I was like never skinny enough or pretty enough or this or that. And then in my 30s was my journey having my children. And I was so engrossed in like how hard it was to have like babies and toddlers and never having time and like not being able to take a shower. And it was just like a lot. And now that I'm in my 40s, it's like this new evolution of having life experience, having knowledge, having experience, professional experience. So now I understand. I've used makeup every day on multiple thousands of people for 20 years. And all these things they make us so much better, you guys. So aging is such a privilege. And I think that we see it now more than ever on social media as this thing we fight. And that's so sad to me because it's something you decorate. It's not something you fight. We're not changing you with these liners. We're just decorating you, know? It's just decoration.
And making it simpler. Really. I mean, you got the right tools. It's simpler. I always say every tool man out there, if he's got the right tools, he can fix things a lot quicker. Right. And actually apply things that's how it is. Our little makeup kit is our toolbox. And if we've got the right tools, we can actually fix things and work with things a lot better and smoother and in less time. So
totally. Yeah. So Jan is asking, if we build our own bundle, dark brown, steel green, champagne, can we get the bundle price? Yes. Yes, you will. You will get 15% off if you build a bundle of 3, 50% off sharpener, and you will get free shipping with a bundle of 2 or more. Build your own bundle. It's going to automatically adjust the price in your cart. Okay. And then I had a question. Are these vegan? Yes, they are. They are vegan and they're cruelty free.
Nice. Wow, I love that.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, that's really important. And I got some comments on some DMs when I first launched being like, you need to like sing that from the rooftops that they're cruelty free and they're vegan. And we didn't make a big deal out of it, but it is something that was really important to us. We would definitely never launch a makeup brand that was not cruelty free. So Meredith is saying, hi, Gabby, I'm such a fan. I'm excited to support you. I'm eyeing the Sunkissed duo, pun intended. Just checking. This will be okay for someone's eyelash extensions. If so, I will order today.
Yeah. I was going to ask that question actually too, because I feel a lot of viewers, and again, any, eye extension, a lady is going to ask that. Is it safe for eye extensions?
Yes. Yeah, you can definitely wear it. No problem with your lash extensions. The biggest, challenge with lash extensions is removing gently. So don't ever use a waterproof eye makeup remover on lash extensions because that has oil and oil will break down the glue of the lash extension. I had lash extensions like a million times. So I would use like a non-waterproof makeup remover on a Q-tip and very gently go in and clean it up. Just make sure you're cleaning your eyes before you go to bed, because that's really important. So they
Very
don't
important.
Yeah, right?
I think that's the other thing.
ingrained it in me.
Yep, that's the other thing. I mean, we talked a lot about skincare too in the makeup artistry program.
Yes.
But one of the things is definitely you need to make sure that you remove your eye makeup and remove it well. I think with lash extensions nowadays, I think it's really important that you even get in there, and your extension artist is going to tell you that it's important to remove a lot of your eye makeup without, of course, doing any damage to your extensions.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm.
All right.
Okay.
I think we can bring in
Exciting.
one of our ladies.
Well, I'll get the station here ready. So we're going to go ahead and use a couple of the other colors.
Yes.
I was excited to share that with you as well on
We are
camera.
We are very excited, you guys. Come on in. So Sarah's going to be doing the makeup so that I can answer questions, because I want to make sure you guys get your questions answered. I know we've been chatting away. So do you guys recognize this beautiful angel? Do you recognize her from the website? This is why Champagne Bronze is selling out, because of this angel right here.
Aww, thanks, Gabby.
She's so beautiful. Okay, you guys. So I told you that our models were like really important to me. Audrey was an incredibly important person in my life when I was in my teens, entering like that womanhood into my 20s. Audrey ran, she's the CEO, and she built this amazing modeling agency where I'm from called Gemini Models. And she raised these like little baby girls into these confident, competent women. And I was, one of those girls in your program.
You are. Yes, you are.
Yes. And so she was like a huge inspiration in my life. And Audrey was such a big part of the fashion industry here where I'm from. I mean, she knows everyone. She ran fashion events. She knew all the stores, all the designers. And she really, when I did my course with Sarah, she brought me into that world and introduced me into the fashion world. And had you not done that, I don't think I would have ever gone into the fashion world. And my whole career has been in editorial makeup. I don't know if you guys even know that. I did fashion editorial makeup, runway, commercial print. And that all started
theatrical
with
makeup. You did everything.
I did everything.
I mean, you were just 16. I met you. You were a little girl.
I know.
I feel like that was a long time ago.
It was.
But
It was not that long.
Now.
Just kidding.
Yeah, and you were one of those girls. You came in and you were shy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And most girls take modeling classes to gain confidence, as you said.
Yes.
But you were extra. I love that word for you. You need to have another product line called Extra.
I do.
Gabby,
I do.
You are totally extra. You would go out of your way. You'd stay late. You'd help backstage. You just wanted to be involved and learn. You were always so curious to learn, and hence you went to University of Waterloo. Like you have come a long way.
It's been a
and
journey.
It's exciting to be back.
I know. And it's crazy because then when I launched this brand, we were talking about like the models that are going to be the face of the brand, of the beginning of this all. It was like, we have to have Audrey. Like I wouldn't have done this without Audrey. I wouldn't have done this without Sarah. And so you guys see them on the website and they're like the models, right? And then they're the models we booked from the agency. Like she is the agency.
Family.
She's the agency.
We've been family for a long time.
We have.
Yes. And same with Sarah. I met Sarah. She was 14. I mean, these girls have grown up. We've grown up together. I'm now in my 60s and loving it, embracing it. But I too want to learn how my skin is changing and my hair color is always changing. And I'm excited, just so excited for you. You're doing all the right things for a beautiful age category that I think I'm looking forward to my 70s and my 80s. I can't wait to see what you're going to do for me.
It's going to be so good. We're going to be so glam. We're going to be so extra.
Yes,
on the boat with the wine, with the headscarf. Like it's going to happen.
I'll tell you, it's going to be great.
And that's what I mean. Like you guys, we get better as we age. We're going to be so fab. We're going to be wearing liners until the day we die.
Yes.
Okay. And we're going to make them easy to apply. Like this is happening right now. This is the beginning. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
We love you guys. Look, Light Seeker, we got you ladies are gorgeous. We love you so much. Thanks for being here. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of go a little off camera because I want the star of the show to be seen. And while Sarah does Audrey's makeup, I'm going to engage with you guys and answer questions. Okay, yes to seeing that extra for us 60 plus. 100%, Denise. We gotta embrace it all. We gotta really enjoy it. Woot woot. Okay, so what are you doing? What are you doing on Audrey?
So I'm going to start with the champagne bronze, obviously. And I'm going to just start eyelining just the top along the lash line. I'm going to smudge it out a little bit. Again, not going too heavy on this. I'm just kind of more feather stroking it across her lash line. Always easier, of course, when you're doing it on someone else and trying to do it yourself. But again, because the product glides so beautifully, it's easy. I'm just going to extend it just a little bit outside, not too far. I don't want too far of a wing. Just look at the camera there, Audrey, just open. Yep. So already making it a little different. I'm just going to bring it out a little bit further. It is smooth. It's just gliding on here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead.
So you guys have questions with a little bit of hooding, right? And if you're going to see transfer. So Audrey has a little bit, not too much, but a tiny little bit of hooding, and I'm not seeing any transfer. So we can see this in real time. Okay. And you didn't apply any powders or anything to her?
No, nothing.
Yeah. So you're applying, you're smudging it to kind of bring it down. If you're getting a lot of transfer, you're not diffusing enough. Okay. Diffuse a little bit more so that you soften the pigment so it's not such a thick line. Okay.
Just moving it along. I'm going to go ahead and take the brush now and just kind of soften it and smooth it out a little bit more, bringing it across, upwards. Again, I'm going to do a little bit, just kind of, Gabby, what you did, just kind of bringing it up through the lid. Yes. She doesn't have any transfer at all, even when she opens her eyes.
Was that the brush you were using? It was so soft.
Yeah, that's the brush.
Just look ahead and look at the
Amazing.
camera.
Audrey, that brush is not cheap.
But that's why it works. It's effective, right?
Yes.
I find, again, if the brush was kind of more fake and unsturdy, you wouldn't get the movement, because then you'd have too flopsy-mopsy. You want to be able to use the tools that you have. I think that was one of the biggest questions too, Gabby, that a lot of women, when you would do one-on-ones with clients, they would say, what tools would you recommend? What would you recommend for me to have in my basic kit? Because let's just go there. We spend a lot of money on skincare. We spend a lot of money on other things. We need to look at and say, what can actually lessen the load a bit? And so when you have a duo tool like this.
And as you said, perfect for traveling. My gosh.
Yeah. And again, the movement of this brush, you can use it for really, again, like you said, moving up through the eye line, smudging across, bringing it up into the lashes or the hood of the eye. And then now I'm just going to move it across just a little bit on the bottom, because we already have some product on the brush. I'm just going to bring it. The other thing is, another trick that I want to teach everyone is that when you have the brush, the point should always be on the outside when you're working across the lashes, and then moving the brush again towards the inside. So you're going to bring the point right across the lash line.
So Amy's so sweet. Amy is saying, I love this so much. I switched to the TV to watch on TV.
Oh, thanks,
you're now in high def, big
so
form.
Great. Thank you for coming to our girl party.
Yes.
My husband just asked me why I'm putting on makeup to get in the shower. I just had to try my new liners. Did they come?
Beautiful.
Yay, you're using them with us. We're having a girl party and I love it so much.
Put on your negligee.
Put it on, baby. Oh, Lori. Oh my gosh, Lori. You are just too much. Lori sent a super thanks.
Oh, thanks, Lori.
Thanks, Lori. I just want to say thank you to both you and Tony for calling. It meant the absolute world to me. Lori, I wanted to get you on the phone so badly. I called her yesterday to say thank you. I found her number in the orders.
Is she one of the ones who answered?
That hung up?
No one answered.
Unfortunately,
no one picks up the phone anymore.
Oh, Lori, no problem. I really just wanted to say thank you. We just appreciate you so much. Maybe I'll catch you next time. I'm going to try calling you guys again. I promise.
I'll pick up your call, Gabby.
Thanks, Miss A. Oh, this is so fun. I was devastated.
So now I'm actually using it as a shadow. I'm going to bring it into the crease a little bit, and just, again, using more one of your softer shadow brushes that you hear and blending it through.
And you guys see, like, this is why I call this the chameleon shade. It's a champagne. Okay. It's straight up, but it's not warm. So do you see how she's wearing this beautiful tone of shirt? don't you see, it's almost like reflecting it.
Mhm.
It's pulling a little bit greeny. And that's my favorite part of this color. I
Mhm.
think it's so interesting how it really shade shifts a lot. It's just a very interesting color. I think that's why it's its #1 seller. Yeah. Oh, you guys are so fun. Let me zoom
it
in
is
a
like
little
a
bit.
cream. It's like a
very
cream shadow.
soft. It's very
This is-
soft.
This is working so
Mhm.
beautifully like a cream
Mhm.
shadow on the lid here. And again, just taking it through with a blending brush. Gabby, I am just really, really impressed with how this is moving on her eye. Again, not a lot of pulling. It's not accentuating, any of the fine lines. It's actually following into the crease beautifully.
Yes, I love that. Oh, Lori just said, I played it for my husband, her message that I left her, and said I was the second order. He said, wait, what? Someone got there before you? Oh, Lori, you're literally the best. I'm going to call you back. You answer a call if there's no caller ID. It's me. Answer it. What does Audrey have on her eyelids? Eye cream? What do you have on your eyelids?
I put nothing on
Nothing.
my eyes today when I came.
Yeah.
That was what I was supposed to do,
Do you have
right?
any of your foundation or anything on your lids at all?
No.
She had nothing on her eyelids. So we're just working with the eyeliner here right now. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in.
Yeah, Maddie's saying, wow, it already looks stunning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, like the world's best makeup artist. Are you kidding me?
It's true. Sarah's
It's
actually
true.
so amazing.
Now I'm actually, I decided, first I just need to sharpen this a little bit, but I brought in a new black here, and I'm going to go ahead and use the black because I know my bestie. I know she likes to use a little bit of black every now and then, just to bring out her eye color. Again, I'm just going to use it very, very softly. Just notice even the movement when I actually apply the eyeliner. It's going to go on very softly. I'm not even going to press really hard. Like, this is the other thing we need to know, Gabby, too, is when we're working with these kind of tools, is that you don't want to push hard like you do when you write something with a pen.
Yes.
We need to go very, very softly.
Yes.
And when you're just kind of, I call it like more feather stroking it, just across the lash line, just very, very softly.
Yes.
And I'm doing exactly what we said. I'm actually using the side of the pencil instead of the tip.
Yes.
And sorry, I think you had a special name for it. What do you call that? When you're just using the side.
Oh, it's because we're tight lining. We're not
Tight
water
lining.
lining.
There you
Okay.
go.
So you're not going deep
Side
in the water
stroking.
line.
Tight lining. I forgot the verbiage on that. Okay.
Unacceptable,
all right. I'm sorry.
Sarah.
See, this is what happens when you're 50. I don't know all the new verbiage, right? I'm very simple that way when it comes to this.
Anita's
So again-
asking, does Audrey have eye cream on her eyes or concealer?
No, I have the stick, the Dior foundation stick, all over my face. I use that as just my foundation because I wear no powder because, as you said, you feel like you're too cakey, and we want to stay fresh and
Audrey has
glowy. And I'm not even having a hot flash. I don't get them anymore.
You don't get that's good.
We're good. We're
And
over it.
Audrey actually also too has very she has fair eyelashes. So I always say too, the softer that we can go, the better with any kind of liner. And Gabby, even too, I'm just going to share this just because it got a little heavy in the one side here. It's so nice to have this tool. I just flipped my brush just to kind of soften on the corner so it's not so harsh right in that corner line.
Jamie's saying I almost couldn't even feel it while applying because it's so smooth. It
It
just went on
really
with
is
so
smooth.
little pressure.
Mhm.
That was the goal. And
Mm.
I think that's why when I'm getting all the questions about waterproof, which is a completely legitimate question, I'm like, it's not, because you can't have both. Like I want you guys, I wanted that smooth, perfect, easy application. And that's what you're going to, that delicious creaminess ease. Like that was what this is.
Yeah.
I also want to say one thing that has nothing to do with my product, but I need to mention it because Audrey mentioned it and she's a queen. She used this all over her face.
No,
This one's
okay.
mine, not hers. So obviously that is not
That's not the right
different
shade.
color.
The Dior, okay, if you guys are looking for a complexion product that is beautiful for an evolving skin type, this is a great cream foundation. Again, super easy to use. Pop it in your bag. You had it in your purse.
Yes,
Easy peasy, super creamy. Don't you just love this
I
product?
love it. And every time I feel like I blow my nose or, your eyes are tearing, you're in the sun, I'll just take a little and dab it on. I love that stuff so much.
It's a great product. It was in my, I did a video on my, I think it was top 10 makeup must-haves. Like I cannot not have this product, and it was on that list.
And it's not liquid. I like that it's not a liquid. And I just take the stick and go, do. and
Yes.
it's perfect.
It doesn't look dry,
No,
cakey.
no.
It's like
Can I go
perfect.
back to the waterproof for a minute about liner or anything waterproof
Yes.
as we age?
Yes.
I find that our skin, everything droops. Let's just go there. And to wear something that is waterproof, and then you're rubbing it, you're rubbing it, you're rubbing it. It's not supposed to come off. And I just find I can't remember the last time I wore anything waterproof. I live in Florida in the wintertime,
Yes.
and I'm constantly, I put my makeup on, I take it off. And if I go swimming, I go boating, I don't put much on. Or you come and do it for me, Sarah. It's wonderful. But I find anything that tugs at our skin right now, and I do find I'm really trying to be more aware of that. So I'm not pulling and tugging, and things are more gentle.
Yes.
I feel as we age.
Definitely. It's asking, will it dry down matte or glossy? No, it's not
Just
glossy.
No, it's not
No,
glossy.
not at
No.
all.
No, it's not. And even here, like working with the champagne bronze, it's got that nice little, I think you called it like a little, not even a
Reflection.
sparkle, reflection.
Yeah.
But it's not like super frosty. So again,
Yes.
because we've been taught not to use so much frost,
Yes.
but it's just got this beautiful sheen to it as well. So yeah, I would say a lot of the liners, yes, are very matte, but you got to remove the word matte because a lot of time we think of matte, we think of dry and cakey.
Yes.
Where this is not at all like that. It's velvety, it's smooth. Like I love you said butter. It's like butter without the
Everything is
heavy
dry
oil.
enough. Everything's dry enough as we age. We want things that are moist. Can I say that on this channel? Sure.
We
I can.
said it, guys.
We
We
said
said it.
And it's live. It's out there.
Satin. Exactly, Heather. Satin is the perfect term for it. Oh, this is so fun. I ordered
Just
4 of them
adding
the
the
first
pop.
day. I can't wait to get them. Trey, you're going to get them like right away. If you order them on the first day, you will get them probably tomorrow. They ship super, 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 super fast. So I'm excited for you. I always find the mascaras will make it boom. Like the mascara is what makes it look insane. As to that finishing touch. It really does.
And I have very, very light blonde,
Lashes.
very transparent lashes. Yes. Well, you saw when I came in, I had nothing on. Same with my brows. You did my brows prior to coming in, which was nice.
Audrey's lips are beautiful too. Can we count on a line of lip products too, Gabby? 100%. That I was telling Audrey in the backstage. I'm trying to like get into the frame.
No, sorry.
No,
too much
no,
frame.
no. Audrey's a star right now. I'm just trying to get in so I don't feel like it's like the voice of God, like talking to you guys.
You are the voice of Gabby God, goddess.
So lip liner was actually lipstick was the first product I was going to create because you guys all know that I am a lipstick lover. It's my favorite product ever of all the lineups. I felt like this product would be more impactful for you guys and more unique and something that was missing in the mature community. Okay. So that's why, oh my God, I can't
it just
even.
popped like her eyes
Yes.
with that, honestly, the champagne, a little bit of black.
And
on the
that's
bottom.
black.
That's
Guys,
black.
look at Audrey's complexion. She's fair with blonde hair, blue eyes, and she used black.
And the
in the
champagne
bottom.
bronze, I even actually, I don't know if I shared this, I did put the champagne bronze just in the crease and just blended it and softened it with that blending tool.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I love
What do you think?
it. What do you think, guys? Let us know.
It's Miss Audrey. All 63 years. Wow. We did it. You did it.
We did it.
You did
you
it.
look
So
better
proud
than
of
ever.
you. And I love all your comments. You love Gabby. Why? You're so natural.
Oh,
Right? And you're authentic.
say.
I can hear your boys around running upstairs playing mini sticks or something. Like my kids when they were little.
My
it's,
kids are
it's
here.
family. It's family.
And that's what I mean. Like, you guys, we're not, this isn't some big, like, I'm not in LA. Like, this really is like this is a small startup. So the fact that you're here, you're supporting it's just very exciting. It's very, very exciting. Absolutely stunning. Oh, thanks, you guys. Erica, stunning. Mally, hey, girl. I love she's the best. Gorgeous. Woo-hoo! What's happening? Woo-hoo!
Oh my gosh!
What is it?
We've officially hit 1,000 sales.
Wow. You
it. I love it. Look, I love a star is instantly on your head right there. It's like perfect. It's like someone put it there.
You guys, I'm keeping it on.
You should. You should. Oh,
Oh my
incredible.
goodness.
Cheers,
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 everyone.
cheers.
Tony and Lori. And
Cheers,
cheers
you
to you
guys.
for watching.
Cheers to you guys.
Thank you for your
Cheers.
support, everyone.
Thank you for your support.
Wow.
There's like an actual star hanging from the
It is right here too.
Oh my god.
We're literally in the galaxy right now.
I'm like hot. I'm hot. I'm literally sweating. Oh, you guys, thank you so much. Okay, now how do we go back?
Wow.
What were we doing?
I don't know. What were we talking
Would you like
about?
us to do? Okay, I'll sit
Okay.
down so it's not so
Come
awkward.
back, come
There we
back
go.
in.
I feel like I have a little sparkle up my nose. I was so
I
excited.
know you got some in your
I
hair,
know.
but you know, we already have sparkles in our hair. That's called the gray hair, but you don't have gray hair. Just come on here.
Oh my
There we
god.
go.
Oh my gosh, I love that they came bursting in here
I
like
love
that
that.
to announce it.
What's
Took us
happening?
all by surprise.
Oh my goodness. Now the
Cheers.
party's really starting.
Cheers.
Cheers, you
Cheers.
guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, Sarah.
And I know
Oh
when
my
we
gosh.
came in today, we said how proud we are of you, and we were talking about other products and things that we want to see you move on. We want to celebrate this one, but I know you're not done yet. This journey for you has just begun,
Oh,
and we're
yeah.
super, super happy for you.
Oh, thank you.
Is anyone else having champagne right now?
You
Let's
guys,
hear from you.
you better get your drinks. I'm counting on all of you to start drinking right now. All of you, because it's gonna get real crazy in here. Okay, let's look at your look.
Yeah.
Let's take a look real close. So this is
Scooch in
so
here.
this is champagne bronze on the top,
Mhm.
and then we use a little black
Mhm.
just in between the lashes,
Right.
top and bottom,
Just on the bottom, just on the black on the bottom.
just on the bottom, and then
Mhm.
mascara, you guys, and that's it.
That's it.
Oh.
Simple Simon. Yep.
Simple Simon.
Yep.
I love it.
Well, thank you for tuning
Okay.
in. Thank you for my champagne. What a great way to spend a Monday night.
Monday night.
No place like home.
There's no place like home.
Now let's just talk to Gabby a little bit about how beautifully it photographs. You know, I
Yes.
think that's the other thing. You know, we go to weddings, or how many times as we age, we actually look at our eyes and we're like, why do my eyes look so much older than when I left my house?
Yes.
You know, I think with lighting and stuff too. Okay, we're having a little girl talk here. You know, you do your eye makeup in your bathroom, and then you get to an event. Someone takes your picture. You see a picture later on. You're like, why do my eyes look so old?
Yes.
You know, I think just looking here at Audrey, just really briefly on the camera, I can literally see how soft it looks.
Yeah.
It doesn't look aging at all. And he actually, just right here in person, it looks
feels very light
beautiful.
on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
love
try
it.
mine. I have some already. Sorry, guys. Get in line for yours.
We get
It's gonna
to
be
try
worth
it before you do, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
It will come soon, guys. It will
Yes.
come soon. She loves your jewelry. Lori loves your jewelry.
Thank you, Lori. It's for sale. No, I'm kidding. Thank you for saying that. Beautiful.
Go check the
I like to
website.
shop too. I like to shop too. That's why we're all. That's why we are all here. But you've made it all easy. Like this, it wasn't easy for you. Between Tony getting sick and just you
Oh,
kids, like you've had so much. And I
It's
think
been a
everyone
journey.
that's we're seeing all of the comments come up.
Mhm.
You have come through so much, and you should be celebrated for that. And I know you are
Thank
being
you.
celebrated for that, but you're just always so enthusiastic, always so fun, and always so just engaging.
Oh,
You haven't
thanks,
changed much
Audrey.
since you're 16. You're wearing a little more makeup now than when you were 16.
I know. I'm a little less extra
You're
too.
kind of nerdy too. I do remember back, Gabby. Can you imagine Gabby being nerdy? But
I'm very
you were,
nerdy.
you
Yeah.
were. And then you went to University of Waterloo, and I'm like, what is that girl
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, everyone wants to learn how to apply
Terminal.
makeup and wear
Yeah.
beautiful clothes and
Yeah.
get on the stage or behind a camera, but you just took it to a whole other level
Oh
of
my
using your
gosh.
knowledge, and you put into this beautiful product.
Oh,
I know.
thanks. That's why I brought them here today, you guys.
Yeah.
The same
This
thing,
is not a
Maggie
paid
goes.
advertisement.
I think a little bit too. I mean, going back to like, not that you're a nerd, because we don't want to like emphasis that.
Oh,
but,
but it's the truth.
but the thing is that that's one thing that really impressed me with Gabby is that she knew the science behind it. And I think with any kind of thing that you're developing, you got to be passionate about it. We already know Gabby is. But again, the science behind it. So she's not just saying, yes, I'm just going to develop this line. She's actually put the science in behind it in her own terminology and looking at it. So as a client, as a makeup artist, you didn't just do that part, you did the science part of it too. And that's huge. So I think I thank you as a consumer, knowing that I'm putting this in my eye area, you know, knowing that this is going to be a great product and I can wear it all day and feel fabulous in it.
And I do think as we get older, I think we're getting more and more, at least I find I am getting more specific on what I'm buying. To me, price point is important, yes, but actually I want it better for my skin. I want things to feel good. I want it to go on and off nicely. Again, for me, I just wanted something that felt fresh and clean and just wanted to feel beautiful. So
Totally.
it's a perfect product for that. Perfect.
And not take like 35 years to get there.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Right? With all the
Exactly.
blending and all the things.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, when you come out with lipstick, call me. I'm your girl.
You're coming back. You have no choice now.
Gabby, there's a question here that says, what would be the best shade for light warm? There we go. You just brought it up here.
Yes.
What would be shade for the light warm tone redhead with blue eyes?
Beautiful.
I know. What would you say?
Well, I do like the lighter brown.
Chocolate
too.
brown,
Chocolate brown
100%.
would be beautiful. Yeah,
Yes.
I was thinking that. Yeah,
Hands
down.
down.
That would be gorgeous. That would be the first one I would pick out of my toolkit for sure.
Yeah, I find warm hair, like reds, like warm reds, they look really nice, and fair skin looks really nice in like mid-tone. You got to get a little bit lighter and add warmth and richness. Chocolate brown, 1,000%. I bet you $100 if you got all of them, that would be your favorite.
You know, I always knew that when, you know, I'd meet with clients and they would have an eyeshadow palette and there was only one or two colors that were like pretty well all gone and some of the other colors were never touched. So we buy all these to have the selection. There's always going to be a couple of your favorites. But, you know, I think really looking at it, I think all these colors look so beautiful on everyone. I mean, I'm even excited. I would love to try the champagne bronze. I see how good it looks on Audrey. And I think even too with my eye color and my skin tone, I know the champagne bronze would look nice too.
It would look amazing.
Can't wait
on
to
you,
try that
too.
one.
That
Can't
would
wait
look
to
really
try
good
that.
underneath.
That
for
would
you.
too. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
And it's so beautiful. I love the gold
Oh.
packaging. Like it's just
stunning.
stunning. It'll look pretty in your.
Absolutely.
I'm going to throw out all my other eyeliners. That's happening. But tonight.
I support that.
I'm doing it. We have
Maybe
so
not
much.
all of them. You got to keep your plums and your
Yes.
greens before we launch the plums and greens.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm excited for the
I
plum.
don't have any plums and greens. but-
You know what? I didn't
I
know you
will.
were launching the plum, and I'm so excited because I know plum. I usually go to the plum now with my skin and everything. I like the plum, so I'm excited for when you launch that.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
There's more, and you guys are building this with us. Remember, so when you write those comments, we read I responded to 800 comments yesterday. I responded to comments for hours and like the whole entire day. And I saw those. We are looking at those. We're creating this with you. This is a community project. This is our project together. So if you say like, I want plum, I got a request for a periwinkle blue. I'm like, periwinkle blue, adding it to the Google sheet. Like, we're looking into this for you guys. We're going to build it together.
Nice.
In today's digital world of curated social media content, sales, clicks, trends, and numbers, Gabby has always come across as super authentic. Oh my God. You guys are too nice to me. Oh my goodness, Mally, thank you. That really means a lot.
Beautiful.
When do you sleep?
I don't.
Yeah.
Hence all the texture under my
No.
eyes.
Hardly.
Oh, you guys are just the sweetest. Yes, periwinkle blue. Lori likes
Yes.
that too.
Yeah.
That's a fun idea. Okay, we had another question here that I think we should address. Let me see here. Oh, this one. My eyeliner ends up looking icky under my eyes because I blink. Literally, that's it. Any ideas? Take it.
Yeah, it's true. Well,
Take it, ladies.
we all blink, and sometimes I do notice that. So if you find that you have any irritation, well, I mean, I love it now that I've been wearing this eyeliner for a couple minutes. I don't have any irritation. I don't even feel that it's on. So, you know, sometimes we need to look at it and, you know what, because you are blinking like all of us do, maybe you are finding that is it because of your mascara or is it your eyeliner? That's the other, I think, a big note, because I think a lot of women don't realize that it is maybe your mascara, unless you're just wearing straight eyeliner. Because if you're
eye cream also, you could be
eye cream.
sensitive to, and we wear too many products sometimes.
But she's literally what she's saying is here is looking icky just because she's just blinking. Like everyone
Mm.
blinks.
Yes,
She's not
yes.
blinking like harshly. The other thing Gabby made a good note is I think when you put it on, you need to give it a couple minutes just for it to set on the skin. That's a big thing.
Yes.
Unless you're moving it like we just did currently here. But
Yes.
allow the product to kind of dry before you do anything.
Totally.
If
Jen,
that's
like,
what you're looking for. Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree with these ladies, everything they said. A couple tips. One, if that's happening to you and you're getting like even gunkiness in here, don't tight line the top. Maybe your eyes, they have a lot of water. They're going to pull that liner and you're going to get a little bit of gunk in here. So don't tight line. You can try tight lining. If it doesn't work, don't do it anymore. Okay. That's the one. The second is you're going to apply a tiny bit of pigment. You're going to take your angled brush on the other side. You're going to smudge it so that you end up with thinner product. The thinner, it's like nail polish. You put on a ton of nail polish. It's too thick. It doesn't dry. So you get that, like you press in and you get like a fingerprint. Have you ever had that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You add a tiny thin coat of nail polish that dries beautifully. Add another tiny thin coat. So add a little tiny coat, smudge it in, let it set. It's not intense enough. Exactly what Sarah was doing. Add a little bit more, smudge it in, let it set. I think Audrey could use a little black underneath. Add a little bit more. You got to build it like nail polish. I think that's a big misconception in makeup in general, especially in base makeup. I did a whole video about that. Did very well. It went viral. About any foundation can look like skin if you do the right techniques. If you wear a full coverage foundation, you can make it look like skin. If you wear a cream stick foundation, you can make it look like skin. If you wear a skin tint, you can make it look like skin because you have to apply it with the right techniques. And 9 times out of 10, what's happening is that you're applying the coats too thick.
Yeah.
You just got to layer and build to the intensity that you want. It doesn't mean it's going to take you 3 hours to do it. It just means that you need to like go lighter than you think you need and work up a little. The number one mistake is using too much too fast. And then you get transfer, and then you get smudging, and then you get this, and then it looks terrible. With eyeliner, but with every other product, it's the exact same thing, right?
And don't be afraid to take it all off again and redo it. I always say as a makeup artist, I'm so thankful that when I can do your eye makeup, if you weren't happy with something, I can wipe it off again, start again. Now, if I was cutting your hair and I cut your hair off, it's a little hard to put back on. So you know what? These are the things that it's just like, hello, I'm not the smartest cookie all the time, but those are the realities. When I look at it, I'm thinking, wow, if you're not happy with it, remove it and start again. You're not going to get it right off the bat. It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah. And you guys, that's another thing. When you get these, like, I love that comment. It's like, my husband's wondering why I'm putting eyeliner to go take a shower. That is the perfect time. Once you get your package, don't put it on when you have 2 minutes, you're running out the door and you're going to an event and you're stressed out. Be like, I haven't worked with this yet. Maybe I'll save it for shower time. Do it a couple times on one eye, on another eye. Lori's back there being like, wrap it up. I love you.
Well, we do have one more model, right?
We do have one more
but you know what?
model.
And that's the thing. Like, I think we need to play with it more.
Play with it. Take a shower.
Yeah, absolutely. Start it again, whatever. But you know what? Murphy's Law. That's when your makeup looks absolutely amazing. And then all of a sudden you're like, great, now I got to go to bed.
Where am I
It's like my
going?
hair. Sometimes my best like messy bun looks the best just if I'm just washing my face at nighttime. And then I wake up the next day, I'm like, how come I can't get that messy bun looking like that anymore?
It's so
It's gone.
So frustrating.
It's gone.
It's so true.
Thank you.
Oh my
for
gosh,
having
thank
me.
you for coming. Thank you for supporting.
Congrats.
Thank you,
Congrats.
Audrey. You're the best.
And for always being there. For me too.
Always there to
Cheers,
do your
everyone.
makeup. Always
Cheers.
there to do
Cheers,
your
everyone.
makeup.
Okay, we got another model, you guys. We're gonna do another look. Okay, let's move this out and let's move Corinne in. Come on over here, sis. Okay, and I'm gonna answer your questions, you guys. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, guys, if you have a question and I have not answered it, please ask it again because there are a lot of comments and I've lost because we are gabbing too much. It's what I do here. Okay, so this
Well, your name is Gabby.
that is my name.
Gabby the Gabber.
I am just a nerdy makeup artist. Sharpener. Oh, we got something sharpener. Okay.
I just sharpened my tools right now because I'm going to go ahead and use here on our beautiful next model where I'm going to use the dark brown. and the beautiful gray, steel gray. So I just wanted to sharpen it. This is a great little tool. Can you please tell me about that, Gabby?
Yes, I will. Okay. The sharpener. This is
Yes.
another frequently asked question. Some of you guys have tried Kajal liners before, and then I'm going to tell you who this lovely woman is. We're going to talk about the sharpener first. Not because the sharpener is more important than you,
Oh.
because my producer told me to talk about the sharpener.
All right, well, if the
Very
producer says it.
So the sharpener is very, very, very important, as I said at the beginning of the segment, because Kajal liners they're very soft. It's like a cream shadow. You need to sharpen them. So we got this manufactured in Germany, the best sharpener manufacturer in the world. The blades are literally perfection. Now, when I've been reading comments, I have a Kajal liner and I never can get it to a perfect point. It's so frustrating. It's not supposed to be to a perfect point. It's not supposed to be. Kajal liners are soft. They're blendable. They're smudgy. The angled brush does the work, not the liner. So you can sharpen it. Like, look at this one. It's not sharp. I don't know if I can get it in focus with both of us in here, but you can see that it's rounded. It's not sharp. When I sharpen it here, this is, again, you need a cosmetic sharpener. It doesn't have to be this one. If you have a high-end cosmetic sharpener, you're good, okay? It's going to look sharper. Is it going to look like a pencil? No, because it's not supposed to. That's not the formula. If you sharpen it to a super sharp pencil, when you use it, it's going to squish because it's soft. So it's going to start rounding out. So you obviously don't want it to be so low that the tip is so wide that it's going to go on like a blob, unless you're doing a smoky eye like what I did today. Then you can definitely have it rounded and blob-like. But if you're doing a winged liner, for example, and you want sharpness, sharpen it as much as you want, but don't expect it to be a perfect hard point. The perfect hard points are kohl liners. That's a different category of product. Those products are dry, much, much, much drier, and they have more tug. They're drier and like stickier. You can get those nice and sharp. This isn't going to do that. Okay, so just I know that there are some questions about that. I've read a lot about that in the comments of the launch video. I can never get Kajal liners. I'm like, that's not what you're supposed to do. It's not supposed to be like a pencil. So I just wanted to address that head on. And now, this is Corinne.
Hello, everyone.
You guys recognize her from the launch video?
Yes.
So this is another person that was really important in my kind of era of growing up in the fashion world from a young girl. When I got my makeup artistry diploma from Sarah and I started working in fashion, she was actually a model. And so I did your makeup for like a big shoot that we did.
Big shoot, remember the big afro?
Yeah, I wish we had that photo.
That's one of my absolute favorite photos. I love it so much. I had the big flower and then you were trying on the afro too. We had so much fun.
It was
a great
great
shoot. Yes.
And I just remember being so inspired by you, like her vibe. She had this like queen energy and this, and I knew, I'm like, when we launched this, I'm like, we need to call Corinne. I'm like, do you think she'll do it? Do you think because you haven't been modeling as much?
No, I haven't at all. Until you called me and I said, oh my God, really? I was so happy to hear from you guys. It had been so long. And it was very much fun. I love it.
I know. We'll see. We'll ask Lori, if you can find that picture, pull it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out of the way.
Go in the archives.
Oh, the archives, yes.
Yeah, it was a great picture. Gabby, is there a reason you didn't choose a liner with the retractable product? Okay. We'll get Sarah going.
I'll get started. Sure,
I will explain that.
Yeah.
There is a very specific reason why. So retractable liners that aren't sharpenable are actually very different formula-wise. They need to be firmer or else you can't like move them up. You can't move them up. The component for a retractable liner won't support a very creamy formula. So we had to do a sharpenable liner because of the formula. We started with retractable liners. And then I just felt like when I wanted to blend and smoke, like how I did my smoky eye today, I was finding I was getting too much flaking because the product was drier, because the only way to have it in a retractable component was to dry it out slightly. So I could still get it creamy-ish, but not creamy enough to create the diffusion that I wanted. So we had to go into sharpenable. So that was a great question. That's very insightful. Yeah, that's awesome. What a beauty. Wowza.
Yes.
Talking about you.
And her
Thank
skin.
you.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
you know, I always think too, like, can we just talk about age? Because I mean, you know, it's a thing. We can talk about age. We're
Yes,
happy
we
to
can.
talk about age.
Absolutely.
And Corinne, you're how much? So what's your age now?
50.
50. We're both in our 50s.
Yes.
I love it. So, you know, these are kind of the things that, you know, we talked about her being a model. And I love it, Gabby, because, you know, going from one era to the next era, doing her makeup, you recognize still the beauty. Like her skin is flawless. She has taken such amazing care of her skin. You know, and then going into makeup, like what is your normal routine? Like, do you normally wear a lot of makeup?
Not normally, no.
Mhm,
When I was young, my mom was the first one to introduce me to makeup, like at the age of 14, and just like, yeah, you go ahead with that. Because she knew all my friends were like fighting their parents, you know, putting on makeup when they weren't supposed to. And my mom was like, we're not doing that. Here's your makeup. And I didn't. I wasn't wearing it. And it was just, you know, water, sunshine, you know.
Yeah.
Joy.
Joy. Yes, joy. A little bit of alcohol. You know, things that keep you happy.
Yes,
right,
things
you
that
know,
keep
yeah.
you happy. Oh my gosh.
And hydrated.
And you
Stay
know what? I
hydrated.
wish we could just do a real good zoom in on this right now because this is the steel gray, everyone. Just close. It just shows already right away such beautiful tone on her skin. I'm so impressed with this color because I think it's a lot of time we look at it and think, and honestly, sometimes when you actually do work with this color, it's amazing. I was saying to Gabby, I feel like it pulls a little bit of blue.
Yes.
You know, you
Mm.
mentioned
Yes.
someone mentioned about a periwinkle blue that they want to bring out,
Yes.
or even a purple. I love this because I think this steel gray actually kind of comes out to be a little blue,
Blue.
depending on
Yes.
your skin tone and your eye color. So I just wanted to share that because I see
Mhm.
that right away as soon as I put it on.
Yeah,
blue
so
is
there's-
one of my favorite liners. I have a bright cobalt blue sometimes when I used to do the cat eye, you know, and I would do it in blue and it was just really beautiful. So
And you don't do the cat
Yeah.
eye anymore.
no, I find with the like
The
you know
hooded
how you
eye,
were mentioning this in a video.
yes.
When you get older, you do the cat
Yes.
eye and then your lid kind of folds over. So I
Yeah.
don't do that.
You can do this with
Yeah.
this formula because you smoke the wing.
Yep.
Smoke out the wing
Yeah.
and you'll get the shape.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
So I kind of
can't
just
wait to try
extended it a little bit, just again, going very like to a fine point. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to kind of bring it outward and smoke it through.
Let me
But,
tell you
oh,
guys.
stunning. Oh
Let
my
me
gosh.
tell you a little bit about this shade and why I formulated this shade this way. So gray, there's lots of different gradients of gray. Have you ever painted your house gray? There's like 5,000 shades of gray. It's actually crazy. You can get a green-based gray. I don't like green-based gray. I've always liked blue-based gray. Say that 3 times now.
Blue-based gray, blue-based gray.
after sparkling wine.
I'm sorry.
And that's why it's pulling blue.
Yeah.
And so when you're putting it on top of her like beautiful chocolatey satiny skin, it's really pulling out that blue. And so that there's very intentionality behind that. And that's why I really, really love it with blue eyes. We put that on Sarah,
Yes.
who's, you know, makeup artist
Yeah.
extraordinaire over here. We put it on her in the campaign shots. And her blue eyes were crazy because the blue based gray was pulling the blue from her eyes. So that's something to note there.
So I just took a little bit of the dark brown here, just the dark brown, just a little bit along the lash line on the top. And now I'm just going to go back to the steel gray again to bring that right around into the corner. Again, very, very softly on Corinne's eyes, along the lash line, bring it right to the edge, right on the corners here.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Again, going back to the dark brown, just underneath the lash line.
Patricia's saying, I ordered a gray and one bronze and the sharpener. Oh, you ordered my decorative tones. That's what I call them.
Ooh,
I'm
very-
excited.
Mm.
Those are the most fun of the collection. Thanks, Patricia, for ordering. I'm so grateful.
And so I did apply a little powder just on Corinne's lash or eyelid, just because I did notice a little bit of excess oil on her lid. So I just wanted to make sure I did that. So just so we didn't get any creasing with a little bit of the hooded eye, we wanted to make sure that she didn't have any of that extra liner pop up in there. Oh my gosh, this looks gorgeous. Seriously.
So that's important, you guys. So if you heard that because of the transfer issue or the waterproofing stuff that you guys are always asking about, because Sarah could see right away that she had a little bit of oil here, she just removed it and dried it down with
That's
a little
exactly
powder.
what I did. Yeah.
And then you're going to prevent that transfer. So you're still getting that creamy kind of gliding deliciousness, but you're not getting the transfer. Whereas had she not done that, she probably would have gotten transfer.
That's right.
Okay. As a little heads up here. And now I'll move out of the shot again.
Just very, very softly, because I think, again, we talked about that with Audrey. She said, I don't like to use any heavy powders because it accentuates some of the fine lines and stuff too. And let's talk about ingredients. I think, Gabby, I'm sure in some of your videos you have talked about that. When it comes down to different ingredients in powders, I think that's a huge thing too.
Yes.
Different talc powders and stuff, it tends to accentuate the lines a little bit more. So it's really important to know what's in your product as well.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, like I had hardly even touched, look at, like she has no mascara on yet.
Yeah.
And her eyes are already popping. Do you want
I
to see
love
that?
that.
Do you
I
want
love
to see
it.
that? Like
Looks
you don't
gorgeous.
even have any mascara on yet, and
That
it's
is
already
so
popping.
gorgeous.
But I am going to take a little bit of
It's all
that.
your talent. You guys are amazing.
I still-
It's also your beautifulness.
I still do love the dark brown, like the dark brown to me. So again, I did a little bit under the lash line on the top, and now just again along the waterline on the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and use Gabby's little trick here and just take some of this in the corner, because then we're gonna just smudge it across just to create a nice soft shadow liner. So I'm almost making like a V shape on the corner of her eye, and then we're gonna just kind of blend that through as well.
Eyeliner is something I've always used in pencil form and never gave up on it. It's been hard finding the perfect liner, no matter my age. I use a navy throughout the year since it whitens the eyes. If you liked navy, I would try steel gray.
Really?
Oh, I agree.
Right?
I 100% agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will be a more neutral version of the navy. Navy is still neutral. It still pulls neutral.
And what's her skin tone there?
Can you let us know your skin
Skin tone?
tone?
Just so that we can just kind of verify that. I mean, really, with any skin tone, but I think really even a deeper skin tone, you'll see that it will just pop that much more.
Yes. She says here, as the 50s arrived, I've moved to dark brown, which have the effect without being harsh. Yeah, I could see that being a great option for you too. Fair/light.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
It will still show up beautifully. Like I think actually, if anything, you'll you see more of the gray come through that. It won't be too blue, but you'll see more of the gray with your skin tone.
Yeah. So Claudia's asking, I know they are Kohl's and not waterproof, obviously. They're Kajal. Kohl is a little bit drier. What would you recommend to someone whose eyes are leaking a lot? Okay, so Claudia, if you have very watery eyes, I would probably recommend in the liner world, I think you might have to go more into something a little bit more waterproof. I know like this isn't my line, but I want to give you like good advice. I do find Hung Van Gogh's liners, they are more of that like super long wear, long lasting. You're not going to be able to blend them into like a smoky eye like what we're doing, or use them in the crease, or use them like a cream shadow. But I think you'll get less transfer with that type of formula. His is a retractable liner and it's a little bit of like a stickier formula. So just go right into the lash line and blend it fast, because those formulas, since they are more waterproof, they set more. If you have very, very watery eyes, I would probably go more into that direction, unless you apply a really thin amount of my liner, you blend it out, and then you set it with a little bit of powder. You could try that. If you want to try it, I probably would get one color. 2 colors will get you free shipping. That's the only thing. You will have to pay shipping with one color, but it might be worth trying it with one color, applying a little bit, smudging it out, using the shadow, letting it set, and seeing if it transfers. If it does, you only bought one, so it's okay. But if it doesn't, then you can buy more. Or go more into waterproof and just kind of sacrifice the glide and the blendability of it. That's my advice on that. What advice would you have, Sam? Yeah. Yeah. All right. 72-year-old here, and I've loved makeup all my life. Yeah. Us too.
Yeah. I can't wait to say that when I'm 72, to say I love makeup my whole life. So I'm just seeing like her eyes here right now. Just close a little bit. I got a little mascara doo-doo there. That's the other thing. When you get a little mascara, like the little dab there, just take your little brush. I always say my brushes can also work as a little eraser, a little blend, because it already has the product that I'm using on it. And again, you don't have to start from scratch. just remove it. Don't get an eye makeup remover. Just use your brush as your little tool for erasing.
I love that you built that up into the V. So
Yeah.
you guys see
Yes,
that?
yes.
So she created a V here.
Mhm.
So she smoked it into the lash line, created a V, smoked it into the crease,
Mhm.
and then blended it in to create that
Yeah.
shadow right in here. That's really cool. Okay, Brown Roxy Foxy. I have dark hazel eyes, light medium complexion, and very dark brown hair. Will the gray color go with my coloring? Yes. Yes, I can confidently say that they will, because light, medium, dark brown. Yeah, it will. Yeah, that's all I'm
That's all we
saying
can
about that.
say.
I think you'll really like it. I think another color that you would like is dark brown. Hazel eyes, light medium complexion, very dark brown hair,
Yes.
dark brown.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's less fun, but I
Yeah.
think that you like it. It is a little.
You know,
less fun.
and this is where I'm saying, Gabby, I think a lot of times too, when we put a different color on our eyes, people like, you notice all of a sudden they're like kind of staring at you. Like, they're trying to figure out what's so different about you. And then you know what? You look at it yourself and you're like, it's because I tried a different color.
Mhm.
You know, when you try a different color, look at like oh my gosh, I'm just seeing this on camera. Look at her eyes are
Let's zoom
just
more in.
popping. Just look down. Yeah, there we go.
Oh my God, that is so gorgeous.
Seriously. Stunning.
Can we all have a moment of
Oh.
extreme jealousy over the
I
skin?
And even
I
her
Too
lashes.
much.
Oh my gosh.
Hydrate, ladies.
Hydrate. Yeah.
And
Yes.
joy.
Enjoy
Yes.
and yes, joy and
Oh,
hydration. Joy and
wow.
hydration.
Honestly. Yeah, you know, that's
And
what I
this is
loved about us today with the models. You just told us to show up with our normal foundation on, like Audrey
Yes.
talked about.
Mhm.
You know, and I mean, Corinne, even your makeup, like your base and everything
Yes.
is just so like flawless.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I have some,
It looks
uh,
stunning.
Some favorite brands that really help, like
Okay.
with my complexion and
Yeah.
everything. So it's really
And through
it's
trial.
trial and error.
I was gonna
So,
say,
yeah.
and through trial and
Trial and
error,
error,
just
yeah.
like the rest of us out there in the world.
Well, makeup has come such a long way.
Oh my
since,
gosh,
I remember
yes.
looking at photos of my mom in the 70s, and you know, like she would have foundation on, but she would look, you know, ashy despite
Yes,
it. And
yes.
now nowadays, I'm like,
Oh.
oh no, I don't have to worry about that.
No.
Makeup's a lot
Yes.
of foundations have, you know, they've changed a lot over the years. So that's
for your skin tone.
yeah, for
and
the skin
everything.
tone. So
Mhm.
you know,
She's saying, I love how you show people how to make up step by step. You guys are awesome. Aw,
Ah,
yes.
thank you. Thank you to Sarah here,
Yes.
the superstar.
Yeah. you know, complexion goes just such a long way compared to you need good makeup artists. That's what makes the whole difference.
This looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
Her hair,
Thank you
her
so
face, her
much.
Yeah.
complexion.
Oh.
Gorgeous.
Oh,
thank you.
Aw,
Thank you.
guys.
We're just gonna have you lean into the camera a little
Yes,
bit more
let me
and
see.
take a
Yes.
little look up, just so we can see even too, because I did bring that dark brown underneath the line. I think that has created a depth in her
Yes.
lash line. So it even makes, when you create a depth like that, again, sorry, I forget your magical word that you use again.
Tight lining.
Tight
Tight
lining.
lining.
Okay. So when you do that tight lining, I feel that has really accentuated your lash line. So it actually gives volume. It's created a depth in your lash line that creates a volume for your lashes. So it
Yes.
even makes your lashes
Just
look a
look
little
well.
bit more
Yes,
voluminous.
voluminous.
Yes.
Heather's
Yeah.
saying I cheated by using already beautiful models. She's not wrong.
Thank you. You guys are so nice. That's so nice of you.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I would love to sit and chat a little bit
Mhm.
about your beauty experience and like your favorite products aside from
yes.
this.
Okay.
Come, Sarah.
I think it's good. I think it teaches others. The
Yes.
more that we can share our story, I think
Yes.
a lot of women can learn from that to say, you know, some things, and you said that already, it's changed so much from when your mom
right.
shared different tools with you and different
Right.
products with you to say, this is what you need to use.
Yes.
So what are the things that you're noticing now? And is she okay to mention brands
I
sometimes?
would
yes,
love
yes.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Like,
okay, I
what's
think
your
that's- yeah.
favorite? Like, because I know even recently, like, there's been so much debate for not having like inclusivity in colors and foundations, and like you said, ashiness. Like, I
Yes.
looked ashy. How are you feeling like that's changed? And like, what brands and products have you been really attracted to?
Well, I've been, and everyone will love this. I like Fenty Beauty for the color and the inclusiveness and all the colors. Over the years, in terms of foundation or powder foundations, I've tried to stay away from anything that had titanium dioxide. I think
Oh,
like
yes.
that's what tended to give the ashiness on dark
Mm.
skin. But it's place. It's for sun care, right? So
yes.
looking
because-
for
yes.
sun makeup that has a lot of makeup for other complexions have the sun care built in. Right?
Yes.
So, and dark skin needs sun protection too. So it's
Yes.
been fun to find brands like Iman Cosmetics, which is, I know it's old as time, but it was the first one when I was a teen. It was Iman, the model,
Yeah.
first
Oh, yes,
came up
yes.
with her own brand of
Yeah.
makeup. And that was what I started with.
Okay.
And then, and it was geared at darker skin tones or a bit more extended range of
Yes.
skin tones.
Yes.
And it didn't give that ashiness and still provided some sun protection. And that's what attracts me to it, is anything that I can put on my face and will not give me that cadaver look.
Yes.
Cadaver
Yes.
look, yes. So,
Yes.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so, Iman is an old brand from the 90s, but I
Yep.
think it's still around today.
Mhm.
And Fenty is just, up to date with
Yes.
Rihanna's brand. I really enjoy that brand. And
Yeah,
That's-
that is
those
a
are my
great
favorite.
brand. Do you use any Danessa Myricks?
I've never heard of that.
That's
Who
okay.
is that?
We're gonna go shopping tomorrow.
Please. Let's do that. I would love it. Yes.
I'll meet you
Yeah.
online.
Okay. Yes, I'm getting
Yeah.
my wallet. Like, take my money.
Yes.
You'll
I would
love it, I think.
I would love it. Yes. Yeah. I mean, even on socials, there's always new brands coming out, and I think, I want to try this, and I think there was Javon Ford, which is, I mean, I've seen the shadows and the cheek stains that they have, and I'm really curious to try that. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know much about the brand, but I know it's Black owned, and I love it. And for eyeshadows and deep colors, I like Juvia's Place.
Oh,
I know
Juvia's Place is phenomenal.
I love them. That's
For
who I
pigment.
have for my cheeks right now.
Okay.
I have the blush palettes and several blush palettes, but that's a brand that I really like for darker skin tones. Well, for any skin tone, really. It's just they have rich pigments, and that really works.
Incredible eyeshadows.
Yeah.
If you like
Yes.
pigmented shadows, Juvia's Place,
Yes.
jewels, golds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they last a
Incredible.
long time. I've had mine, like I have like maybe 4 or 5 of their blush palettes, eyeshadow palettes. They are beautiful and they're very pigmented, and they're easy to work with. They glide on so easily, and I love them. And I can't wait to try them with your stuff. I can't wait to see it.
Oh my God, you'll just have your pictures.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Judy asked me, sorry, Judy, I saw your comment, but I'm like so engrossed in like our girl party. What color are you wearing?
Yeah.
I'm just wearing chocolate brown. I just applied it like a cream shadow earlier in the segment. I
Yes.
applied the cream shadow,
Yeah.
blended it out, smoked it into the
Nice.
crease. I used a little bit of black in between the lashes. I tightlined, just wiggled it into between. That's it. Easy peasy. It took
It still
5
looks
seconds.
amazing.
It looks
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah, I made like
Yeah.
a daytime smoky eye.
Love it.
No
Wow.
shadow, no fussing, nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
We
great.
have a comment, Mally, too. Love the fun supportive vibe here. As a mid-tan South Asia woman, I too am grateful for all the choices we now have in makeup brands and shades. Back in the day, 25 years ago, MAC was the
Yes.
only one that would
Mhm.
work for me.
Oh yes, that's another brand.
We
I
can
absolutely
agree with
love.
that.
Yes.
We can actually, we were talking backstage about that. How about that's the only brand that we grew up with. That's the only brand we knew.
Yes.
And it wasn't even from commercials because there was no MAC commercials. We just knew it. We always figured MAC was more that exclusive, more makeup artistry, like fancy. Even before I even started makeup artistry, I was a model at 15. And being that, as soon as a makeup artist, I would even just smell the MAC and I'd be like, oh, she's putting MAC on me.
Yes.
So fancy. That and Bobbi Brown. That and Bobbi Brown.
Oh, yes,
makeup.
Bobbi
And
Brown,
I
yes.
was like,
She's
I just
amazing,
felt
too.
like I needed to go and buy a MAC lip liner. So you know what? She's not wrong. I mean, that was the only product we knew. So I love that you mentioned that cosmetics has come a long way. The texture, the feel, the everything, the ingredients have really changed. I think we're becoming more and more knowledgeable as a consumer. We're really realizing what's in our product today and really what's working for us. So
Yeah.
I love that these eyeliners are working for us. I love that, again, you saw right here live on camera how easy it is to work with it.
Yeah.
When Gabby already knows that she can create a shadow or a liner and an
Oh, yeah.
eyeshadow with her eyeliners. I mean,
Yeah.
how epic is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just want that one thing that you
Yeah.
throw in your bag, you're traveling, you want to just like extend it. Do a wing, do a smoke, do a
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's just so many ways to wear it. And that's I'm
Yeah.
just so proud of it.
I'm glad you mentioned MAC actually with the lip liner, because for our in the black world or whatever,
Yeah.
chestnut brown lip liner for
Yes.
anyone with a
Oh.
brown skin tone. That's The
Staple.
base.
Yeah.
Staple. You mentioned one that
It's
you
the
have.
go-to?
It's the
That's the
go-to. I
one.
have it.
That's the
I
one.
misplaced mine. I'm
Yes.
very upset.
Yeah.
But I can. I'll buy
Okay.
it again.
Yes, yeah.
I'll buy it again if I have to.
Yeah.
But it's
Yes.
yeah, it's one of the,
Classic.
it's a classic, and yeah, I had completely forgotten about MAC, but
Yeah.
MAC is really the first, along with Iman.
Right.
MAC Cosmetics
MAC
were
was the
really,
one.
yeah.
Well, I think it had the versatility. It had so
Yes.
many different a range of colors and stuff too.
Yes.
And I think that's what, again, a lot of makeup artists use MAC because it had such a versatile range of colors and different textures and again, foundations and
Yes.
concealers and so on. So yeah,
So it's
it's
totally.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You guys, do
You
you,
have fun?
Oh
my God.
we're gonna do one more segment
So much
with the man, the legend himself,
Yes.
Tony Chow.
Tony, do I get to do his makeup? Do we have a
Oh, that'd be great.
Did we like bring a special eyeliner for him?
Yes. Yes.
Champagne.
It's the champagne. Very
Well,
much.
you're the champagne of all of our hearts, Tony.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys are the best. Okay, you guys, our last little segment here. We wanted to answer any more questions that you have. Okay, so if you have questions regarding shipping, colors, formula, anything, that was the time because this is the man behind the operations.
Well, I think we got to
We're
give
a little tight.
we got to give
you
a
gotta
shout
go
out
this
to
way.
Sandeep. I think
We do gotta
'cause
give.
he is the man behind the operation.
Yeah,
He'll help us quite a
Sandeep
bit.
is. You guys he's our operations guy, and he's been the freaking best. He is the best. So the music playing at the Mac counter was very enticing. It was. Okay, so how are you feeling?
Okay. I'm very excited. There's lots going on. There is a ton of confetti. in
There's a
this
lot of
room.
confetti. We're going to be cleaning confetti for days. Greetings to Mr. Gabby, Mr. Glam.
How do you do like the heart? Is this a little heart?
This
Thank
is
you.
it.
This is
But it
it.
doesn't
Thank
do it
you.
like in a Zoom meeting.
I can't move my arm up that high.
I know they were asking how you're doing, but he is doing better, you guys. Thank you for all of your support on all the videos and for always asking about him. That really has meant a lot, actually.
It has. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
for all the love. I do appreciate that. So
Yeah, he's doing so much better, and he got off his oral antibiotics, and he's still doing great. So thank you, guys. Jan did have a question. Let me see here. My face is going to be sore from smiling, someone said. So I plan on getting the dark brown to tight line, steel gray to line, and champagne to use as my inner eyelid as a color wash. I think that would be beautiful on my eyes with my salt and pepper hair.
okay, I got this.
Okay,
No,
go.
I'm just kidding.
I absolutely agree. I think you're going to look gorgeous with dark brown tight lining, 100%, much less harsh than black. I can see your picture, Jan. You're so beautiful. I think you're going to love dark brown to tight line. Steel gray is going to be freaking gorgeous with your hair color. And then champagne, inner eye. Yes. All of that. Perfect. I think you're going to love it. Let us know what you think with 3 liners. Build your own bundle. So do you want to take that? Tell her to go into the build your own bundle page.
So you can definitely go in and build your own bundle. You pick 3 eyeliners in there. You'll get 15% off, and then you'll get the sharpener for half off on that. And then you can have what you want perfectly set up for you, and then we'll ship that out to you as fast as we can. And I'd love it if you do use the liners and you do love it, if you'd love to take some pictures and send them over to us. We'd love to see how your look looks.
Yeah, just in case you guys missed that. So because we're building this with you and you guys are in control of what we build next and how we change and adjust, we want to see how you're using it. So if you take a picture, and also we are very inclusive, right? We were talking about MAC, we were talking about all these different brands and how much we love them, Victoria Beckham, and this whole live stream, we talked about all these different brands. We want to see how you use Mature Beauty with your brands. We don't need Mature Beauty to be your only brand. If you love Sarah Creole and you love RMS and we love that because we love them too. So if you use something that's Mature Beauty with a whole lineup of different things, list everything you used. We'd love to make a little graphic and share it on the website, share it in the blog, share it on the Instagram page. Just show us how you're combining it with all the other things you love, because you guys know this channel is not going to become an infomercial. I love all the things too. Okay, so this is just an addition. It's something fun and different to incorporate into what you already love. So let us know and send a picture. We're really excited to receive those pictures. Yeah. Okay.
People are saying hi back.
I'm 75 with blue eyes. What brown should I use? Sandy, can you let me know your skin tone? Are you light, medium, deep? I'm assuming, maybe I shouldn't assume this, but if you have blue eyes, you're light to light medium. I would say chocolate brown. Dark brown is very deep. It's almost like, I always call it Black's fraternal twin. Similar, but different enough. But it is deep enough to be the fraternal twin. So if you want to go a little bit mid-tone, go to chocolate brown. That'll be a little bit softer for you. Still here, it's 2 a.m. in Austria. Erica! Oh my gosh, you better be drinking some champagne at 2 a.m., okay? You better have joined us. Hi, Erica in Austria from North Carolina in America. Oh my goodness, you guys are the freaking best. A power couple. We're okay, huh?
We do all right.
We do all right. We've been together since I was 22 years old, you guys. This is my bestie, my ride or die.
And I've been a lot older.
He's 8 years older. He was 30. He's not that much older. Your husband is so cute. I'm Asian also. Can never find an eyeliner for my Asian eyes. I hope this works. Okay, Trey, this is what I have to say. Okay, powder your lids. Do you have a monolid or just like a hooded eye? Let me know in the comment or let me know in the live chat. Powder your lids, powder them down, okay? With a, so that you don't get that transfer. Apply the liner with your eyes looking down. Smoke and smudge. Let it set before you open, okay? Because if you open right away when it's too soft and hasn't set down, you're gonna get that transfer with like a monolid or a hooded eye. So just make sure you set it for a second. Let it sit down, like keep your eyes down for a second. It's not a long time, like 30 seconds, if that. And then when you open, you should have no problem. Just make sure not to apply too thick of a layer, blend it out, and then go from there. All right. Mally has a gala on Wednesday. So she gets them before then. She'll definitely take a picture. I'm pretty sure you'll get them before then. Right? Don't you think?
We should.
It's going fast.
They are like the shipping company's moving as fast as they can. Everything's getting packaged and it's going out the door very quickly.
Yeah. Maria's saying we should all be so blessed to find a Tony. He's not for sale. I'm keeping him right here just for me.
I think I'm blessed.
Oh, babe. Oh, you guys, if you have any more questions, leave them now. If not, I think we should bring everyone back in and have a final goodbye. Yeah. Because this has been a pretty incredible live stream. I've never gone live this long. It's been really, really fun. And I'm so grateful that you came and that you joined and that everyone watched the tutorials. Oh, we have one here. I wasn't able to choose. This is a Tony question, I think. I wasn't able to choose about the booking collection. Oh, that's not a question. Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much for buying the complete collection. 20% off free sharpener and free shipping. That's a right. Good deal.
I love the energy. I've been watching from the back and reading all the comments and the love on the channel has been great. And then the engagement on the live stream has been great. So thank you guys. It's such a great community to watch.
Yeah, you guys are really the best community. You guys, should we bring everyone in for one last group hug? Let's bring everyone else in for one last group hug. You guys have been freaking amazing. You've made my night. You've made my weekend. We hear the party coming.
No confetti this time, though. Sorry.
We can't do anymore. Come in.
Cheers.
You guys, thank you so much. Thank you for being here, for supporting. Best live stream ever. Yay!
Thank
you. We love you. Have a great rest of your night.
Remember, keep...
And morning.
And morning.
Cheers. Go to bed.
I was just going to say, the more you buy, the more the discounts are. Sorry, that's funny.
Leave it to the operations guy to say that. Buy only what you like. No pressure. No pressure. Love you guys.